I swear... Gosh, I can't remember where we ended it last week.
We should find out what the commotion coming from the drawing room was all about before we leave the house.
Okay, there was a commotion in the drawing room, was it? That was us, by the way, with Lord Winklebottom. Drawing room. Dining room? No, servants' quarters. Drawing room.
Somebody please come quickly!
It's Miss Gilfrey again. Hurry, Frumple.
Oh, Lord Winklebottom, Dr. Frumple, thank goodness you're here. I just came back this morning and I discovered this horrific
Oh yes,
mess.
we killed
What
the
a
slug!
disgusting sight.
We
What
killed
on
the
earth is it?
slug!
Would you believe it's Mr. Pumphrey, the gardener?
Whatever could have happened to him?
Poor chap looks to have been doused in salt water. Deadly to certain invertebrates, you know.
Yeah.
Salt water? Why would salt water be running through the pipes in
And
here?
that's what's killed Mr.
I need some fresh
Axolotl.
air. You'll find me outside if you need me.
Oh, I reckon it's Constance, the wife of the axolotl. I reckon it's
look
her.
at this!
Ah, Miss Price! You gave me quite the start. I didn't notice you coming in.
Story of my life. This is fascinating, though. I'd heard this could happen to slugs, but I've never witnessed it before. Oh, I would like to study it.
Go for it,
Bit
Dr.
grim.
Price. Hopefully you can hear the sounds and everything okay. Right, so puddle of slime, let's have a look at that.
Poor Mr. Pumphrey.
I say, you don't think this had anything to do with us messing around with that water system, do you?
Oh, I don't suppose so. No. On balance, I'm certain this was just a terrible but entirely unrelated accident.
Yes, so we had to add salt to the water for some reason, I can't remember why. It then got put on the gardener, Mr. Pumphrey, and he is now a puddle of slime. The axolotl likes to travel around the house in tubes, and the salt water was in that tube. So, we didn't put the salt in there, the salt was in there anyway. So, I'm assuming, given that the axolotl's a freshwater thing, that is what caused the death of the axolotl. I don't actually know what we need to do in this act yet. Go on.
Tell us a bit about your work.
Yes.
It's hard to know where to begin, really.
Oh, it is.
It was very varied. Archaeology, historical research, even paleontology. Gilfrey had found a lot of very interesting artefacts over the years.
And you were cataloguing them all?
I wasn't just his secretary, if that's what you were implying. I studied them, made notes, performed tests to determine age and so on. We were doing solid research.
I bet you were. So what have you found out recently?
Had you made any significant discoveries recently? Could that be what Gilfrey was planning to announce?
No, nothing out of the ordinary. Certainly nothing that would be of interest to the general public.
Oh, yes.
Could we perhaps take a look at your notes to see if there's anything that stands out?
I'm afraid not. Mr. Gilfrey took them and I don't know where he put them. I'd be very grateful to have them back if you happen to find them.
So we need to find the notes. Okay. Yes, Gilfrey, or whatever the axolotl's name was.
Thank you, Miss
Gilbert,
Price.
He was going to make an announcement, and he'd invited everyone here to this Agatha Christie-esque manor that then got cut off because of a storm from the outside world. He was going to make an announcement. No one knows what the announcement is or was. See, that's the tubes. Pardon me. I thought we'd emptied them. Anyway. Okay, nothing.
Well, goodbye for now, Reverend.
God be with you, my son.
Do seals have a religion? No, they must do. So we've looked at... I mean, I'm assuming that... We were going to use that as an ear trumpet for the deaf person in the dining room last week.
I can't remove this trumpet. It's held in place with a small screw.
But we didn't have the thing that removed a small screw. And we also got this box that we need to... You know, we need to click the things in a particular order. I'm waving my pen around like nobody's business. So we've also got that.
You know, Frumple,
puzzle.
I'm not sure we have all the information we need to crack this puzzle.
It's going to be the last puzzle of the game, I reckon. Just, it feels like a more complicated puzzle than all the other ones we've got to deal with. Let's take a look at the dining room. So we've got Dame Celia, who's deaf as a post.
Greetings, madam.
I say, what? I say, speak up. Oh, you young people do mumble so.
I said...
No, it's no good. I can't hear you. I can't talk to you if you're not going to speak clearly.
Just
That
reminds
old
me of the
birch needs a rear syringing, if you ask me.
Faulty Towers character. Okay.
Farewell, Dame Celia.
What did you say?
About 3:15. Madame, anything from
Madam?
you? Nope.
Thank you for your time, madam.
there was this clock that we could...
A fine-looking grandfather clock, though it appears to be stopped currently. I suppose nobody has wound it for a while.
Maybe we
My
need
third
to...
cousin had one of these. I used to mess around with the hands to hear the cuckoo going off.
Yes.
Are you sure that's not a cuckoo clock you're thinking of?
No, my third cousin is a cuckoo, and he really hates me messing around with his grandfather clock.
And we can... We were trying to get the butler,
If I
who we
turn the
haven't
hands, I
seen
can make
yet.
the clock chime.
So we could do that. Clock chimes, and that should summon the butler or something. But it hasn't. Tube.
This tube is part of the network of pipes Gilfrey used to get around the house. Being amphibious, he preferred to stay in these as much as possible.
Ingenious system, mind you.
Yes. Yes, the butler is still missing. Do we want to bang the gong and say gong at the same time? Okay, everybody, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Gong.
Gong! Thank you, Meredith. I was hoping someone would. Thank you. What's in the kitchen? And thank you. Good evening, Lily. Oh, the maid is in the kitchen now. You're new. Oh, but we can't talk to you.
Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
There's a fire there. Kettle. Some fruit. Have we done anything with any of the fruit? I don't think we have.
A bowl of fruit.
Said it out loud.
You know what
That's
they say,
important.
Frumple? An apple.
Well, doesn't seem to have...
Okay. Have we unlocked this door? Yes, because that went down to this water system bit. We did the pump switch. There's the dumbwaiter, which we can't actually look in from this way. Okay, so it looks like everything there is done for now. Anything in the fridge these days? Freezer? I'm going to leave the fridge and freezer open. They're going to need to defrost that later. Anyone in the servants' quarters? There was someone ill. Ah, yes, we've got this horrible bed sheet. At some point, we're going to want to collect that bed sheet because of the mucus on it.
Ugh, this bed is absolutely filthy.
Is it mucus?
Frumple, what do you make of this?
Looks like some kind of slime or mucus. I'd say this bed is used by a mollusk of some sort. Filthy buggers.
Maybe that's Pumphrey's. There's a cute axolotl
This
toy.
looks like a child's doll. It seems to be a cuddly axolotl.
Bit of an odd thing to keep around.
So we've got suspicious items, basically, in the servants' quarters. So that's the... That's everything, isn't it, really? Bathroom. Ah! We can examine the corpse! Oh yes, because that was the point of flushing out the system, was to get the corpse into the bath. Let's take a look at the corpse.
Right then, I suppose you'll need to perform this autopsy.
Trouble is I don't have all my equipment. Wasn't expecting to need it. At the very least I'll need a knife, some needle and thread, and some kind of apron to protect myself. Have to ask around, I suppose.
Knife, needle and thread, apron. And then he'll perform the autopsy. Can we at least look at him?
Poor Gilfrey. How sad he should end up like this. I suppose we should search the body for clues.
Looks like there's something in his pocket. We should probably take a look. I'll need to perform an autopsy as soon as possible too.
Yes, fine.
Let's try to do this as quickly as we can. I don't like to think of him just lying here in the bathtub like this.
You know, this sort of reminds me of that case we had in Yorkshire a few years back. Remember that? Hogfellow was murdered by being pushed down a hill in a bathtub. Last of the summer swine, the press called it.
Shall we get on, Frumple?
What did you actually find? Pockets, there we go.
You should check his pockets. Frumple, will you do the honours?
Only thing he has on him is a key by the looks of it. Nothing else here.
There was somewhere locked. The attic was locked last week. Towel. Can we do anything with the towel?
This might prove useful.
Absolutely not.
No, he
Why?
still won't allow us to take it. Fine. Toilet change. Is that going to do anything now?
Just a swift pull and the water flushes away.
Isn't modern science wonderful?
Very much a grown Foxy. And so that's everything there. Can we now go up to the attic in the corridor up here? Key attic.
Well, we have a key and we have a locked door. It would be most remiss of us not to at least attempt to use one with the other.
Well, go on then. Stop wittering on and just try it.
Oh, very well.
It works! Let's take a look. Okay, so here we have a book with a cross on it. Wonder what Reverend Peabody's been doing up here.
Look, Frumple, somebody seems to have dropped a book.
Anything good? I like that one where animals from space came down in weird two-legged walking machines, then caught rabies and died. Very exciting.
No, actually, it appears to be a prayer book. We should return it to its rightful owner. Strange that it would be here, mind you.
Yes. So that's Peabody's. But why is it there? Let's keep on going.
No luck, I'm afraid. The door appears to be jammed shut.
I swear I can hear movement inside, though. I say, you in there. I insist you open this door at once. Well, I'm out of ideas. We need to force it open somehow.
That's so British. Just give it a swift. And then just walk away. Okay. Anything in the study? So there was a notepad with a shopping list on it, some empty envelopes. Coin case. Have we actually done anything?
A collection
with
of
that
old
coin?
foreign coins. Gilfrey liked to keep them as a memento of his travels.
And of course
I had
the
a
globe.
patient pay me in foreign currency once. Gave me 1,000 something or others as payment. Thought I was rich, but it turned out they were only worth half a crown.
Yes, let's take a look at this globe. Oh, we can't. Interesting.
Looks like our dear friend Inspector Culver has...
That was rather good.
Is there any time...
That's that, so we can't click on the globe. Interesting. There is an orrery, but that's a naked mole rat thing, which is horrible. Diving helmet. We haven't used that yet. So we'll probably be using that at some point. Is that going to be... Is he going to use that for the autopsy? Oh, flippin' heck. Good evening, Zadster. It is, isn't it? Not a drop of sanity in this entire game. Right. Definitely want the apron from the cook. Can we have your apron, dearie? There you go.
Ah, Miss Clutterbuck, I wonder if you might be able to lend us your apron for a short time.
I think not, my lord. I'd be lost without it. Give me a minute and I'll get you one of my spares, though.
Okay.
There you are, my lord. You can keep this one. It never did me any good in any case.
Oh my. Here, Frumple, you can keep hold of this.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
So we've got the apron, which the doctor is going to look after. Oh, yes, we
A
got
map
this.
of the island.
Yes, we had a map of the island for a reason that I don't remember. Can I just say that 250,000 flipping heck. That the fridge is now making a really loud buzzing sound because we kept the doors open. That's a lovely little detail. Because it was quiet before. There you go. Hey Ali, I'm doing alright. Yourself? Let's go to the drawing room and ask Peabody about the book.
I wonder, is this prayer book yours, perhaps?
Oh, goodness, yes. I've been looking for that all morning. Wherever did you find it?
Rather curiously, we found it behind a locked door leading up to the attic.
Oh my, well, that is most strange. I really can't account for that at all. Most strange indeed.
Nonetheless, I'm glad I was able to return it to you.
Have you got anything we can talk to you about?
Well, goodbye for now, Reverend.
God be with you, my son.
And he's got that very fancy watch on his arm. Flipper, I guess. Okay, so we've got the apron. We still need a needle and thread and a knife. Well, we've got a knife. How do I give the knife to the doctor? I've got a knife. But where's the needle and thread going to come from? What was in here?
Now, let us have a look in here.
Oh, just some papers. How boring.
Not inherently so, but in this case, yes. They don't seem to be of any great interest. Although it does seem odd that they're in such a mess. It's almost as if somebody had been rummaging through them in a hurry.
Best way, in my opinion, gets it out of the way. I much prefer reading things with nice pictures in them. Medical books have some excellent drawings.
One would hope that you at least glance at the words, mind you.
Okay, so that's been rummaged around in.
Ah, look at him here, the pride of the Admiralty. They say he had the sea running through his veins.
But he didn't because he doesn't like salt water. Okay. We've got a lit paraffin lamp, an empty envelope. Telephone.
No
Sometimes.
point trying again, this line is down somewhere. We must investigate this incident ourselves.
Okay. Even after we repaired it. We had to repair it as one of the things, and oh no, it still doesn't work. Needle and thread. We're going to get that from your bag, aren't we?
Dame Sealy's haberdashery bag. Knitting, sewing, wool, threads and such like.
There we go.
Then pinch a needle and thread while she's not looking.
Dr. Reginald Frumple, I'm appalled. We must ask her if we wish to borrow her belongings.
Like you asked when you made off with that dead chap's tie, you mean?
Okay, so we need a screwdriver. We need a screwdriver. Good evening, Margie V. 3 years and a bit. 3 years and a bit to you. Thank you so much. The withdrawing room. Ah, nice. So we need the screwdriver so that we can get the ear trumpet off of the gramophone, plug it into her ear so that we can ask her for the needle and thread. So that is that. Let's look at the crystal ball.
I believe these are used to see into the future. Rather a pity they can't see into the past, so we could find out what happened to Gilfrey. I say, Frumple, I can see a mist starting to form in this.
No, old boy, that's just your monocle steaming up because of the heat from the fire.
Oh, then we probably shan't get any answers this way.
And I assume...
A long, round glass vase. It's crystal clear.
Don't go sticking your head in there again, wouldn't want to get stuck.
Yes, he ate the flowers from it earlier, so... Is that going to be useful? There's painting here.
This painting is called Adventure Awaits, apparently.
Huh.
That's a good question,
Personally,
Meredith.
I could do with a bit less adventure in my life.
Let's see if we can go outside. 'Cause it feels like everything's a bit of a dead end. We want a screwdriver, that's what we want. Yes, we can.
Well, the rain appears to have cleared up at least. This will make exploring the rest of the island rather easier.
Yes, wouldn't have wanted to go out in that storm. My tea would have been watered down something rotten.
Who are you? I forget who you are. Oh, you're the lawyer.
Have you finished sorting through Gilfrey's paperwork? Did you find everything you needed?
Well, not everything. There were some papers missing. If you find any of his documents or such like, do let me know.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Spode.
Some ivy. We don't want to go in there. Can we go this way? No. Island. That's it. So let's just go island. Okay. So let's go from there's loads of places to explore. Way more than I was expecting. Okay, family crypt. Hello. Julia Zizou.
Perhaps we could discuss your family.
Okay.
What can you tell us about your mother?
Mother and I were great pals, Lord Winklebottom. We had such laughs, often at Father's expense. The house was so full of joy before.
I was so very sorry to hear of Ethelberta's death.
The house wasn't the same after that. I had to get away, you understand? I just couldn't bear it. But now I've returned, and Father is...
Dreadful business. Just dreadful.
Okay.
Had you seen your father recently?
The father
No,
being the axle.
not for some time. I was so looking forward to seeing him again, introducing him to Winslet. But alas...
I think that cat just looks so dapper, can I just
Thank you,
say?
miss. Farewell, Miss Gilfrey.
Okay, so that's that. Let's speak to Sir Winslet.
Tell us more about this business with your family.
Not much to tell. I wanted to get a decent job and they didn't approve. Just wanted me to swan around the estate all day. Not my style, old thing. I mean, I like to enjoy myself as much as the next chap, but one has to try to make a difference, don't you think?
Wish I didn't have to have a job. My life would be much easier without all the bloody sick people badgering me all day.
So they disowned you. Seems a trifle harsh.
Well, quite, old thing. Families, eh, Winklebottom? More belly trouble than they're worth. We'd be better off without them. Oh, sorry, Constant.
Thank you, sir.
So we've got a grave here.
Tarquin Bernard Flopsy III, 1865 to 1908, survived by his loving wife, 38 daughters and 42 sons. May he rest in
Because
peace.
Flopsy's a rabbit. So yeah, lots of that. So that's a rabbit, of course, with the rabbit ears. Peacock here or something?
A chap named Wilfred Pex is apparently buried here.
Okay, Wilfred Pex. A cat here.
The grave of a Julia Zizou.
Okay. A mouse.
This appears to be the grave of one Brutus Nibbler.
Who is this?
Percival Flabbernacle, 1808 to 1905. May Blob be with him. How curious.
Blob. Good evening, Jess.
For those we've lost, there are a number of names here. Here's one, Eloise Dennis.
Okay, you're going to give us other names if I do that
For
again?
those we've lost, there are a number of names here. Here's one, Pamela Margaret Avery.
Are these going to be important, or are they just like Kickstarter?
For those
people?
we've lost, there are a number of names here. Here's one, Lois Jean Richards.
They're all female so far. I'll do one more. I suspect they're irrelevant.
For those we've lost, there are a number of names here. Here's one, Beatrice Eleanor Bagley.
And finally, the crypt, which we can actually get in. Here lies Ethelberta Gilfrey, beloved wife and mother. There are some vines on it.
I'm surprised Gilfrey let it get into this state. Something must have been troubling him. Must try and tidy it up for the old chap.
Okay, so let's tidy it up.
These vines are tough. We shan't remove them by hoof or even tooth or claw.
Okay.
Not even your gnashers would get through those, eh?
I'm not fond
Fire?
of them in any case. Too bitter for my palate.
Can we set them on
No,
fire?
sorry.
No. What about the knife?
This trusty knife will surely slice through these vexatious vines.
I say, Winklebottom, just imagine if we hadn't found that knife. Worth its weight in gold, that thing.
Okay, good. Why did you want us to clean it? Anyway, there's Bertram Flumps, Gwendolyn Gilfrey, Gertrude Gilfrey. Who's that? Danny Trotts, Eustace Gilfrey, Will Gilfrey, Percy Tinkle, Gideon Gilfrey, Gary Gilfrey, Dinky Little.
Ethelberta's grave, you can tell how much you revered her.
Don't much fancy being buried myself. Shoved into a tiny wooden box in the cold and darkness. No, I had enough of that getting over here, thank you very much.
Sounds like my office. Ha ha ha. Okay. Nothing else to interact with here? I don't think so. Do I now have vines? I do.
Tough vines from Ethelberta's grave.
Interesting. We still have the knife. Intriguingly. So we've gone to the crypt and we've got some vines. Let's have a look at the rest of the island. Let's head to the forest. I shall call them Tim and Jeremy. So it's deeper forest, and deeper forest. This is going to be a maze, isn't it? So
We seem to have got turned around somehow. We seem to have got turned around somehow.
Okay, so it's
This
ahead.
forest is utterly baffling.
Oh no.
We seem to have got turned around somehow.
Oh no.
Thank goodness for that. This way leads out of the forest.
Did I want to do that? Let's go to the lighthouse. Oh no, I can't. Can I go to the jetty? So I can go to the... to get to the lighthouse I have to go through the forest. Oh no.
I do believe we're lost.
Oh. It does.
We seem to have got turned around somehow.
I'm stuck.
I'm not sure this is the right way. I'm not sure this is the right way.
How am I backtracking more than I... Oh, I'm absolutely lost now.
Thank goodness for that. This way leads out of the forest.
Right. Let's go to the jetty.
Look, Frumple, it's Mr. Walters.
Let me be. I'm not sticking around this place for a minute longer.
Can we just let him leave like this?
Who's going to stop me? You soft-bellied landlubbers?
It's okay, Frumple. Walters clearly wasn't here when Gilfrey was killed. We can let him leave.
Drunkard barely got us here in one piece, probably drowned before he reaches the mainland. Still, it's his own funeral, I suppose.
I'll have you know that I be as sober as a judge. After what I saw last night, I'm giving up drink for life.
Well, goodbye then, Mr. Walters, and good luck.
Yes, he saw a large tentacle, didn't he? Right, so he's no longer here. He's sodded off. Along the beach, let's have a lovely sandy stroll. Hate sand.
Good grief, Frumple. Who on earth is this poor unfortunate?
Oh, as I live and breathe. It's Lord Winklebottom. Oh, am I glad to see you, sir.
Inspector Culver. What on earth happened to you?
We got your call, Winklebottom. So I got here as quick as I could. I have come to help, sir.
You don't look like you're in any state to do that right now. How on earth did you get here?
It wasn't easy, sir. Couldn't get a boat. Only a madman would try to sail through that storm.
Well, quite. Hold on a minute. You don't mean...
That's right, sir. I flew here, all the way from Special Branch. Now, if you don't mind, sirs, I'm starting to feel a bit...
Poor old bird has passed out. Come on, Frumple, let's get him back to the mansion to rest.
We're going to put him in one of those beds, aren't we? So we've picked up a bird.
Right, well, we got him settled down. We should go back and check on him later.
Oh, okay. So that's not yet. Because if I go now... Oh! So some driftwood.
Some driftwood is floating out on the sea. This might be useful if I could reach it.
Honestly, the one thing you should be good at is reaching things at a distance.
I'm not far off, but I need a bit more reach. Some kind of long pole would do the trick if it had something on the end to hook in the wood. If only I hadn't lost that boat hook earlier.
If only. So pole with a hook. Okay, and what's in here? A submarine. Of course there's a submarine. Old barrels.
Some old barrels. They seem to be sealed shut, though there's what looks like gunpowder around the bottom of them.
Of course.
Too damp to use, I'd wager. Maybe the stuff inside would be dry.
Oh yes, put it by a fire to dry off. Can we take it with us?
I can't open these by hoof. I'll need a tool of some kind.
Would a knife work?
I have reservations about doing this.
I know what I'm going to do next. Let's put the paraffin lamp next to it.
No. Sorry.
Boo. Submarine.
Good Lord, Frumple, look at this. It's Gilfrey's submarine vessel. He used this for his expeditions, made some fantastic voyages of discovery.
Too lazy to swim, I suppose.
I rather think he's built for streams and rivers rather than whole oceans, to be fair.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose that's a reasonable excuse.
Can we do anything with it? I mean, you won't fit in it, Winklebottom.
I should very much like to see the inside of that craft, however the water is far too deep to wade over. Frumple, perhaps you could...
No bloody chance. I'd get water in me tea.
He does like his tea. Okay, so it's a submarine. Lots of things to consider. So yes, that we'll do later. Monocled monster, hatted monster. Let's go back to Gilfrey Manor. Anything in here? You're going to say anything to us now? No.
Thank you, Mr.
Let's... I want to go to the servants' quarters because is the pigeon going to be in there? Yes!
Well, he seems dead to the world. How does he seem to you, Frumple?
Poor fellow is knackered. He'll be right as rain after a bit of rest, though. We should leave him be.
Okay, that's the thing for Act 4, then. So we need a pole with a hook. We need documents for Spode. I mean, we could check the room for that, but
Now, let us have a look in here.
Oh, just some papers.
Not inherently so, but in this case, yes. They don't seem to be of any great...
Best way, in my opinion.
One would hope that you at least...
no. Okay, so nothing different there. So we've got an award, a sport trophy, an armour. We took that hook. Where did we put that? Oh, maybe we can reuse that. So if we go to the study, last week we took the axe from that suit of armour and we used it as a lever.
You know, I feel like this axe might come in useful again. I suppose there's no harm in taking it out now.
Wait, just let me move out of the way first. I don't want to be anywhere near this lash up after the last time you touched it.
See? Perfectly safe. I think.
I did Hollow. And he just went, okay, fine. So that's what... This is going to be something to do with the submarine then, is it?
I know I can carry a lot of things, but I draw the line at lugging around a big metal helmet for no very good reason.
He's called Dr. Frumple. No way to talk about him. Okay. Main hallway. So now I can go back along the beach, I assume, and collect that driftwood. I don't know why I need that driftwood, but I can at least collect it. So let's go to the jetty. walk along the beach and pole driftwood.
This might do the job. Yes, I can pull the driftwood in towards the shore.
I'd love to have
And
seen
you
the
almost did it without
instruction.
dropping that antique axe into the drink too. Almost.
I'd love to see the instruction on like the dialogue file, sort of as if he's got an antique axe in his mouth. Yeah. So we've. Oh no, he has dropped it. We don't have it anymore. Oh, almost. Yeah. So we've dropped that. So we've now got the driftwood.
Some long pieces of wood.
Why are we going to need driftwood? We've got some vines, so we can probably combine
Now I
them.
can bind this driftwood together with the vines. Yes, that makes a most satisfactory plank.
And now with a plank, we can walk to the submarine.
This driftwood plank will make an ideal makeshift bridge over to the ship. There, perfect.
Oh yes, this will definitely hold the combined weight of a giraffe and a hippo. Absolutely no danger here.
Have a little faith, my friend.
Oh, miserable Dr. Frumple. Let's have a look in the submarine. I mean, that is a lovely submarine. Look at all that space. That is bigger on the inside than I was expecting. So we've got here a crowbar.
I suppose they kept this round in case it was needed to unstick a valve or something.
Could have done with that earlier.
Well, we have it now. That's the main thing.
We can open the door to the attic with that. We have here nothing that we can look at. A logbook.
Notes about the times the vessel has been taken out. Nothing particularly recent as far as I can tell. Times, dates, coordinates, that sort of thing.
All a load of bloody gibberish to me. Oh, I say, the last page has a note written on it.
Yes.
My dearest Ethelberta, a reminder that should you need to open the safe in my absence, you have only to play our tune.
Fellow has a safe then. Best look into that. Always some good clues in safes. Quite a lot of good that note does us though. How do we know what their tune was? Fellow could have been a bit more explicit.
I rather suspect that was the point. Anyway, we don't know, but somebody else might. We'll need to find out where this safe is too. Maybe one of the staff would be able to help there.
There is a safe somewhere. A TARDIS submarine, that's good. Organ, let's have a look at...
How marvellous! A
The-
pipe organ inside a submarine. Gilfrey was quite the polymath. Frumple, you play the piano. Would you like to give this a try?
Well, I'm sure I could play it, but I'm not really in the mood at the moment.
Don't make me slip something into your tea. And don't tell me I need to play with my organ.
Look, Frumple, there's a book of music on the organ. Perhaps you could play one of these.
No, I don't think so. Don't really care for any of them.
You've not even looked.
Well, even so. Maybe if you have a particular request, I could treat you to a performance.
Evening, Odin. Okay, so we need to find out what that tune is. We can't look at anything on there. There are stairs and there's an airlock.
Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to hold my breath for long periods of time. If I'm going out there, I'll need a way to breathe.
I can only think of a diving helmet. Wonder what it could be. Let's have a look at the
I
stairs.
say, I wonder where this goes.
I suspect it leads down to the engine. Probably just machinery and such like down there. In any case, there's a red rope blocking our path. We
Physically-
really mustn't cross it.
Physically
oh, no,
impossible.
quite so. Unconscionable. Unthinkable.
Yeah.
Probably for the best, truth be told. Our record when it comes to operating machinery we don't fully understand is not entirely spotless.
Absolutely, Sean and Meredith, absolutely. Okay, let's get a diving helmet from the house, so that we could go back into the submarine. In we go. It's in here. So I assume you'll now pick it up.
Maybe this will help get a better view under that lake.
You can't just stick it on your head, though, you know? You'll need to make a seal somehow.
Yes, and figure out a way to breathe.
Is it even going to fit over that whacking great conch of yours?
I mean, do we have to see a seal about a seal? I'm going to see the seal, because if we have to see the seal about a seal, that is just genius. Oh.
Well, goodbye for now, Reverend.
God be with you, my son.
Boo. Boo. I mean, the butter would make... Oh, okay, so the butter would allow us to slip it over his... Because, yeah, we've got an empty greasy pan, have we? So we've got an island map, kitchen knife, empty envelope, lit paraffin lamp, crowbar, and a diving helmet. I mean, that's not good.
There's still a bit of butter left in this pan. Maybe.
Sometimes.
Still a bit of... Okay, can we put the diving helmet in the pan?
No, I don't think this is right.
Boo. Oh, that's genius, Marky V. we take that?
Maybe I'll take this vase.
Why,
you'll-
want to stick your head in it again to get the last bit of stalk out of it?
So it's going to be a combination of the two. This is just bonkers. Okay, let's do the attic door as well. The second attic door, because of course it's 2 locked doors. Crowbar.
A little elbow grease is all that's needed for this, I think.
Giraffes don't have elbows, do they?
Well, either way, this seems to be doing the job.
Upstairs, after you. After you. Hey, what?
Hello? Is anybody in here?
I'm sure I heard movement. I say, come out and show yourself, you bounder.
I can't see... No. Wait, over there. There's somebody heading towards us.
It's the butler!
Very, very slowly. Greetings. I am Lord Winklebottom, and this is my associate, Dr. Frumple. You, I take it, are Ambrose, the butler.
Oh, thank heavens you found me, my lord. I've been trapped up here all night.
What the blazes happened to you, old thing?
Oh, some ne'er-do-well shut me in after I disturbed them snooping
Did they
around up
outrun
here.
you?
Tell us, who was it?
I do apologise, my lord, but I'm not feeling too well after my ordeal. Would you be so kind as to let me rest a while before I talk about it?
Oh, not at all, old chap. We shall come and see you in the servants' quarters presently.
Very good, my lord. Thank you.
That's disappointing. I was hoping we'd find a criminal up here or something.
Well, you might
Maybe
have
we
done.
have.
Yes.
What, the butler did it? Rather unlikely, what?
Just once, I'd like it to be the case, though.
Yes. Okay. We have here some tape.
Some tape used for sealing up boxes and such like.
Now, let's combine the tape and the helmet.
I'll use the tape and I connect something else to this.
Okay, yeah. I want to connect using... Yeah, so let's do that and that.
I can use this packing tape to attach the vase to the helmet.
There we go. There we have. We have a helmet with the vase. So his conch will now come out of the thing. Machine!
There's some kind of contraption under this sheet. Now, what's under here, I wonder?
Oh, I say.
My word, what on earth is it? And what has you so uncharacteristically blithesome, my friend?
Don't you know what this is? It's one of those machines for showing, well,
You know.
well, you know.
I honestly have no idea.
Tell us.
It shows pictures, photographs, you know, of animals. Animals who aren't wearing any,
Any what?
well, anything at all. They're completely undressed. Or so I'm told. I never thought I'd actually see one of these in person.
How absolutely ghastly.
Well,
A machine that apparently shows photographs of animals in various states of undress. I'd really rather not.
why have we... an
No,
envelope?
I don't think this is right.
Do we need money for it? Do we need to put a coin in it? We might need to put a coin in it. I'm going to try the knife.
I'm really not sure what...
Okay, so we've got that. A locked trunk. An unlocked trunk.
This trunk is full of various knickknacks, trinkets, old tools and so on. Let me just check through the tools. Yes, there's a small screwdriver in here. I'll take this.
Collection of junk.
This trunk is full...
Oh, yeah. I think that's everything in there. So let's run away. Let's go to the... This is the part... This is where I... This is the... You've done the exposition phase. Now it's time for the actually doing things phase. You've got all the information, so we're now going to use the screwdriver on this.
This screwdriver fits perfectly. Ah, yes, here we are.
Looks like you've come up trumps, eh?
And then we're going to give that to the deaf lady as a hearing aid, so that we can speak to her.
Perhaps this trumpet would help with your hearing.
How dare you call me a strumpet? I've never been so offended in all my days.
No, madam, I said trumpet.
Now you're just mumbling, you young reprobate. Look, why don't you give me that trumpet you're holding so I can hear you better?
Let's speak to you now. We want the sewing
I
kit.
wonder if you might borrow your sewing kit.
Well, I suppose so. Just as long as you return it. Take what you need from my bag.
Don't think the old bird will want it back after I've been using it to serve the body.
Yeah.
Farewell, Dame Celia.
We're not going to tell you what you're using it for. So that means we have the needle and thread. We have a knife. So can we just do the autopsy?
Right then, I suppose you'll need to perform this autopsy.
Let me take the needle and thread and I'll get on with it. Right, I'll just get ready.
He has the apron, I have the knife, so I assume we have everything we need.
I'm not really sure about this apron.
It says kiss the
Oh
cook.
well, here we go then.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's all done. He was murdered, all right. Saltwater poisoning.
I could
Somebody
have
must
told you
tainted
that.
the water in his pipe network.
And salt water would kill him.
Yes, he's a freshwater animal. Couldn't survive in salt.
Good.
Can you estimate the time of death?
Poor chap probably only died shortly before the maid found him, but the salt could have been put into the system hours earlier. There's no way to know when the killer struck.
So we know how he was killed, but not when. That makes it hard to nail down a suspect. If it could have been done at any time, anybody could have done it. Blast!
Time for a bit of detective work then. Talk to suspects, fill up the old notebook, what?
Indeed, there's a villain on this island, and it's up to us to bring him, or her, to justice. Come, Frumple, the game is a hoof.
You notice he's stitched up now. Did we look in the pockets?
He doesn't have any...
We did. I can't remember what was in the pockets, but there we go. Okay. And only 3 blood splatters on the apron. Very nicely done, Dr. Frumple. So there's a safe somewhere in this mansion that we should ask the housekeeper about. Yeah.
I wonder if you could tell us where Gilfrey's safe is located.
Safe? Oh, no, my lord. The master doesn't have a safe.
But he must.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm afraid not. If he did, then he kept it a secret from me.
Well, this is most disappointing, I must say.
Okay.
Turning to the incident then. Are you aware of anybody who might have had a grudge against Gilfrey?
Well, my lord,
Yeah,
Humphrey
Meredith.
seemed most vexed of late. Said he overheard the master discussing getting rid of somebody on the telephone. He thought it was him because of an incident in the vegetable garden, but I'm sure it wasn't. I can't think what he overheard.
Please tell us in detail what you know about the incident.
Well, my lord, as you know, I discovered the master dead a short while before you arrived. The other guests were here, and I've been helping them to their rooms. I went to find the master, and there he was. Dead. Oh, it was horrible.
And you didn't see anything strange before that?
Well, at the time, I thought it odd that Ambrose wasn't helping with the guests. Oh, but I never dreamed he'd been locked up there in the attic all that time.
Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck. Now, about the incident. What can you tell us about Gilfrey?
I don't know him at all. No idea why he invited me. Truth be told, when I saw that journalist, my blood ran cold.
Why?
A lady has secrets, darling. Things she might want to keep away from her adoring public. I was worried Gilfrey might have discovered something about me and was planning on sharing it with the world.
Do you know anything about what happened?
Not a thing, darling. I hid away in here when I arrived. It gets so tiresome being in public, you know. So many questions, demands for autographs and all that.
Well, since you mention it, I have a piece of paper here. Maybe you could...
Frumple, this is not the time.
Okay.
Farewell, Dame Celia.
And now you.
Madam? About the incident. How well did you know Gilfrey?
Aristotle, not well. I knew dear Ethelberta for many years, almost since I was a Crier. I remember she was
Crier?
so excited when Aristotle
What's a
proposed to
Crier?
her. He always seemed such
Baby
a kind
llama?
soul.
Then you don't know why anyone would have done him in.
Gracious, no. Please find out what caused this terrible tragedy, Lord Winklebottom. I fear his soul will not rest until you do.
Okay.
What do you know about the incident?
I have tried to speak to the spirits, But there is a veil over these events.
How convenient.
All is cloudy to me.
A load of rot.
Yes.
Frumple, do be polite.
Oh,
From
maybe you're
Paul.
right, Doctor. Recently, I find myself wondering if my powers are real after all. Perhaps it's all in my head.
You're doubting your abilities.
I might not be the only one. Think about it. An animal of science brought me here. Maybe he didn't believe either. Maybe he planned to put me to the test. If he did, I don't know that I would have passed.
Okay.
Thank you for your time, madam.
No useful information in any of this, but we got to go through all of them. Are we going to be able to talk to any of the people? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we could talk to you.
Tell me about how you got trapped in the attic.
Yes.
Well, sure. It was like this. I was in the attic sorting through a few of the master's belongings. It's awful messy up there, so I've taken it upon myself to do a spot of spring cleaning.
Go on.
Well, sure, while I was tidying, somebody else came in and started rooting through the boxes. It's dark up there, so they didn't notice me at first.
Who was it?
Well, alas, that I can't tell you, sir. Much as they didn't see me, I couldn't see very much of them.
Most unfortunate.
Anyway, I must have made a sound because I startled them. I tried to give chase, but they ran out the door, slamming it shut. Must have done some damage because it got jammed.
The rotter locked the door at the bottom of the stairs too.
I suppose they must have thought old Ambrose here saw them and wanted to keep him out of the way, at least for a short while. But what were they looking for, I wonder?
There was a hat up there that was suspicious.
Ambrose, I regret to inform you that your master is deceased.
I know, sir. Miss Clutterbuck was kind enough to break the news to me.
Do you have any idea who the rotter might be?
Alas, no, sir. My master was a kind soul. It's hard to imagine anybody wishing him harm.
Oh, the
We have
safe.
reason to believe there may be a safe in the house somewhere.
No, my lord. Leastways, not as far as I'm aware. The master kept his paperwork in his study, but there's no safe in there.
Well, this is frustrating. I mean, just what is the point of a combination if we don't have the safe to go along with it?
I mean, we don't really have the combination
Thank you,
yet,
Ambrose.
but, you still asleep?
Well, he seems dead to the
Poor fellow, isn't
Yeah. Still knackered. Okay. And finally, let's go into the... I say finally, there's the lawyer outside as well. Reverend Peabody. Suspicious Reverend.
Reverend, could we talk about
Why
the incident?
are you even here?
What can you tell us about the incident last night?
Alas, not a jot. I arrived here and went to my room for some peace and quiet before the big event. By the time I came down, poor Gilfrey
No
had
alibi.
already passed.
No alibi.
You saw nothing unusual.
I wish I could help you, but no, I'm afraid I did not.
Okay.
Well, goodbye for now, Reverend.
God be with you, my son.
Let's go to the orangery for Dr. Price.
If we could talk about the incident for a moment. What can you tell us about Gilfrey's death?
Nothing, I'm afraid. I wasn't in the mansion at the time. I live elsewhere on the island. I prefer the solitude. It allows me to focus on my work.
Could you tell us the way to get through the forest?
How was your relationship with Gilfrey?
I was very grateful to him for offering me work. Many people aren't quite so open-minded, you know.
You don't know of anybody who would wish him harm.
Not at all. He wasn't exactly outgoing, at least in the time I knew him.
But you got along with him well.
As well as could be expected. Like most people, he underestimated me. I'm capable of far more than the work he allowed me to do, Mr. Winklebottom. But I'm used to being underappreciated.
Because
Something
you're,
there, isn't there?
you know.
Indeed. Not the sort of work a woman is supposed to do, don't you know? I have to work twice as hard as the others for a quarter of the recognition.
Most frustrating, I'm sure.
And on top of that, I can't even get a lab coat my size with
contradiction,
pockets
John.
in it. It's just infuriating.
Contradiction.
Thank you, Miss Price.
For you there. Sure. What's the colours? He's chameleon. Changes colours. Puddle of slime. Anything
Oh,
there?
Mr. Pumphrey.
I say, you don't...
Oh, I don't...
So. Let's see if we can talk to the lawyer outside. about the incident.
Perhaps we should discuss the incident. Do you have any idea who would want to kill poor Gilfrey?
Not a clue, old thing. Not a clue.
He had no legal problems, nothing that could suggest a motive?
Nothing that I knew about, and I would have known.
How about the old will? There's always a big kerfuffle about the will in cases like this, at least in my experience.
Nothing out of the ordinary. With his wife dead, just about everything goes to Constance.
Just about everything?
Oh, there was an amount set aside for the staff, to ensure they were well looked after. Not enough to kill for, though.
And what can you tell us about what happened to Gilfrey?
Hard to say, old thing. I mean, there was no shortage of folks coming and going, so it really could have been anybody. Quite the collection of characters, I think you'll agree.
You don't know anybody else here?
Not one of them. I've known Gilfrey for years, but not socially. I just dealt with his legal matters.
I'll see if I can take the hose pipe. That is a
Thank
fun
you, Mr.
idea.
Spec.
If I can, I will. If I can't, I won't. And then we'll go to the submarine to see if we can stick our neck out of the airlock. Yeah, hose pipe. Can I take you? Can I take you?
Seems that I might have a use for this after all.
Hooray! You're absolutely right, Marky V. Can I combine them?
A bit more tape, and I now have a helmet that both fits and allows me to breathe.
Nice. Good work. And we've still got the crowbar, we've got a lit lantern, we've got an empty envelope, we've got loads of things. We've still got that cloth as well. Let's go to the jetty. Along here. Into the cave. Along here. And now let's stick our neck out the airlock.
Well, I've modified this helmet to be suitable for a giraffe, so it's time to head out. Frumple, you can close the airlock behind me, and I'll attach the hose to the vessel's air supply.
The hose that's held in place with packing tape, that hose, not that it matters. That vase will probably drop off the front before the hose detaches.
I'm really starting to feel that you have no confidence in my abilities.
No, I'm sure everything will be fine. I'm just saying it's a good job I know the kiss of life, that's all.
Right, here we go then.
Bloody stupid game. Grumple, he shouldn't he? An octopus!
How do you do, good sir, and how are you this fine day?
Hello! None too clever, truth be told. Got myself stuck in this blasted wire.
Oh,
All
yes.
tangled up down the old tentacles, don't you know?
I say, how absolutely ghastly for you.
Tangled up round the tentacles, that's our
I say
raid
this
phrase.
submarine is really quite a splendid vessel, isn't it?
Well, not exactly my kettle of fish, you know. But I suppose for you land dwellers it's a useful contraption.
Okay.
I say, do you want me to help detangle you from that stuff? Might be a bit tricky for me down here, mind.
Oh, that would be most splendid. Thank you kindly. I'll just pop up to the surface when we're done here, then.
Goodbye for now, old thing. I'll see you back topside, as they say.
Thanks, old boy. Much appreciated, I'm sure.
I love the octopus already. So where's he gone? Oh, yeah, it was, wasn't it? Okay, that's it. So, just... Oh, so we're going to free him up. Right, okay.
I say, what is this wire stuff anyway?
Nobody really knows. You find it sometimes under the water. Not a blessed clue where it came from or what it's made from, but it's almost invisible. You don't know it's there until it's too late. It must be animal-made, but I can't imagine its purpose.
Okay.
Well, farewell then.
Can we... I mean, I'm going to try the knife.
Let's have a look now. Oh, this will come off easily if I
Good.
just cut it into a few pieces.
Careful you
Calamari.
don't prod him too hard. I had an octopus for a patient once. Tried to give him a reflex test by hitting one of his tentacles with a hammer, and he squirted his filthy ink all over me.
I can hear you, you know.
Right, that's done the trick.
Good. Hooray. You're free.
Well, you seem to be free now, old chap.
Thanks awfully. I'll be toddling off then. Blasted nuisance. I don't normally come this close to shore, but I was trying to keep away from a ship out at sea. Blasted thing nearly ran into me. Going like the clappers it was, trying to get through that storm.
Was that
How
us?
peculiar.
Was
Did
it
you
not
recognise
us?
the ship?
No, never seen it before. These waters are usually so quiet. They seem very keen to get here, but Don't think they managed it there. The storm was too severe. They're still out there off the coast now, as if they're waiting for something.
All seems a bit odd to me. What knows what anyone want with this desolate little place?
Interesting.
Well, farewell then.
Goodbye, old chap. And thanks awfully for the help.
Toodaloo. Okay, so there's also this gold gunpowder here that I must remember to think about at some point as well. Okay. Pip pip. Cheerio. So all that's told us is that there's a ship. That was a new sound. Are you gonna get to tell us anything? No.
Thank you, Mr. Spode.
Lots of things. So a dust sheet, a screwdriver, we got the wire, tape, helmet, crowbar, lit paraffin lamp, an empty envelope, which I still don't know about, the knife, and the island map. Lots of things. What would we use the plastic for? Yeah, well, the plastic wire, you know, thin, transparent wire. Well,
A map of the island.
I think the island map is what we look at when we select to go to other places. There's going to be
A portrait of the great fellow
It's
himself.
going to be behind
Distinguished
you.
looking chap, eh, Winklebottom?
Can we use a crowbar on the painting?
I'm not really inclined to start waving a crowbar around willy-nilly.
Well, wave it.
I'm not really inclined to start...
No. Wave it.
I'm not really inclined to...
This is what I have now. Everybody, on the count of 3, say gong. 1, 2, 3. Gong.
Ugh.
Good. Excellent work. I knew I could rely on you. Yes, we need to find out their song as well. What's the dust sheet going to be for? And we've also got this clock that we can change the hands to 8 o'clock and thus it goes bong. Hang on, we did the gong and the butler didn't appear. Will anything now happen once I do this?
If I turn the hands, I can make the clock chime.
Nope, doesn't do anything. Because this is your gong. Is that what he would write instead of this is your song? There's the hat.
This trunk is full of various knickknacks, trinkets, old tools, and so on. I can't take all of it.
Magic
Maybe if there's
box.
something specific I needed.
Magic box. If we need a thing, it's in there. Oh, we can close the lid as well. Very neat and tidy. A little slit there, giving us a little bit of illumination. Machine. Transparent wire.
I have reservations about doing this.
Yeah, so do I. Screwdriver.
I have reservations.
Modified diving
I'm really
helmet.
not sure what the plan is.
Okay. So yes, we need to find out the song. That's for the safe as well. We've also got this globe puzzle that we don't know about yet. The coins, no idea what the coins are about yet either.
A collection of old foreign coins.
I had a patient, babe.
Yeah. Can we do anything with it?
I think I'll leave these be. Not really cricket to go around stealing from a dead chap.
I mean, you've done nothing but
Ah, yes, let's attack it with the crowbar.
I'm not really inclined to start with...
Egg photo.
This must be a baby photograph of Constance.
look at her little bow.
Yeah. Oh, a coin for the butler machine. Absolutely. But it won't let me take it yet. Maybe I need to click on the machine for it to tell me, oh, I need a coin, and then I can go and get the coin. So I'm going to go and have a look at the butler machine, what the butler saw.
A machine that apparently shows photographs of animals in various states of undress.
Yes. Got a little slot underneath.
Doesn't seem to do anything. I think it needs...
I'm
There
sure
we
we can
go.
find a coin.
There's the coin. There we go. So now I can go and get the coin. The coins have all gone.
Nothing under the case. Looks like they've been taken.
Damn cheek of somebody getting hold of them before you did.
How annoying! How very irritating.
I say, weren't there some old coins here before?
I'll say they were. Some ruddy bounder has made off with the lot.
No. Oh, I want to finish this game tonight. Interesting. Who's nicked the bloody lot?
Well, goodbye for now.
God be with
Who would nick the coins? Honestly, I mean, yeah, this is true, but I do want to finish it tonight. It's going to be behind this painting.
I'm not really inclined. Somehow, I think he looks sad that he no longer has his axe.
You soppy great idiot.
Hollow thinks, I bet Hollow knows where it is. I don't know where it is. Is it behind the fireplace?
A roaring hot fire, very cosy.
Probably is. So we have to put out the fire and it's behind there. Right, what was it we were after?
Dame Celia's haberdashery.
Why have we got a dust sheet? We haven't made our way through the forest successfully yet. There's Poncenet on the moose head. I think I'm going to ask for a hint because I don't really quite know what thread I'm meant to be pulling at the moment. Oh, we also need the notes. I've got the word notes written down here, which I think so the legal person, the lawyer, needed notes. Talk to the dame. Your bill?
I have reason to believe you might have accidentally placed a quantity of coins into your bill.
Oh my word! However did these get here?
You little thief!
Perhaps you should take them, darling, and let us not make
'Cause
any
you
further mention.
You're a little kleptomaniac.
Ugh, they're all wet. Here, Frumple, you're more used to bodily fluids than I. You keep these, and I'll just take the one we need.
Oh, charming.
It seems to me, Dame, that you're making something of a habit of purloining items that don't belong to you.
And you're a damn thief.
Oh, darling, it's true, it's true. I just can't help myself. So many pretty, shiny things. They'd be happier with me, don't you think? I'm doing it for them.
I see. It's really not acceptable behaviour, though.
Everybody's allowed one dirty little habit, aren't they, darlings? It's such a little thing.
Mine
really.
stealing.
They make such a fuss about it.
They?
The theatre owners said I'd ruined the play. It was the meerkats of Venice. Well, how was I to know they needed all three of those silly boxes? I left them one, but the others were so sparkly. I just had to have them, darlings.
The chests, the three chests.
You mean
that
you
Portia
stole props in the middle of the
looks at.
play? I take it they fired you.
Yes, darling. They replaced me.
Well, you shouldn't have nicked them.
Me! And it was all hush-hush, of course.
Bloody
I didn't
Shakespeare.
work in theatre again. These days I'm lucky to get booked for a cabaret night at the Darby and Joan Club.
Most distressing, I'm sure.
To think my career would meet such an ignoble end. Oh, darlings, you should have seen me in my prime. I did all the greats. Shakespeare, the primates of Penzance, waiting for Doggo. Oh, I was marvellous, darlings. Simply marvellous.
Waiting for Doggo.
Farewell, Dame Celia.
Terrible. Okay, we have a coin. Let us look at what the butler saw. How did we get out of it? Yeah, she didn't need them. I mean, who knows this these days, poker? Let's put the coin, which is a 10, in the machine.
I'll just pop this in here and...
It's working. It's working. Let me see, dash it all. I say, there's a nude fellow in a bath. You know, he looks somewhat familiar.
Well,
I can't deal with
I'll
this.
be jiggered.
I think perhaps we should endeavour to never watch that again. Ever.
Ooh,
Yes, quite so, old thing. Quite so.
how risque. Absolutely. Right, let's talk to Reverend Peabody. Was that actually him, or was it just another seal? So, your past.
Reverend, there's something rather delicate I wish to discuss with you.
Used to be a model.
Quiet, Frumple.
What is it, my son?
Well, that is to say...
You were in a dirty movie.
Ah, bugger.
Except it was a very clean
I just knew
movie.
it had come out at some
Because
point.
he was in the
You
bath.
don't deny it.
Would that I could, but no. I feared Gilfrey had discovered my secret. I suppose that's why we're all here.
No.
So he can reveal the terrible truth
I
to
don't
the
know what
world.
his announcement
Surely
was.
not. Gilfrey wouldn't do something like
It
that.
wasn't going to be
And
that.
why shouldn't he? Maybe he felt that it was the right thing to do, or maybe he was going to ask for money to keep my secret. In any event, perhaps I should be punished for my sordid past. I needed the money, you see. I was young and foolish.
The old church roof again. Couldn't you run a tombola or something?
I hadn't taken up the cloth then, you understand. In fact, in many regards, this is my way of atoning for that sin.
But why was your
Well,
book
don't
on
worry,
the
Reverend.
stairs?
Your secret is safe with us.
Oh, is it? That's a shame. It's a blasted funny story.
Why was your book on the stairs, though? I mean,
Well,
you
goodbye
might
for
have
now,
dropped
Reverend.
it.
God be with
Someone
you, my
else
son.
might have dropped it, but I don't know why they would have done. I suspect it's your book. Okay. I mean, I don't think he would have been. But, okay, so... What else have we got now? We've got the wires, we've got the... What else have we got to look at? We still need the song. The record collection.
A collection of gramophone
That's where we're going to
records.
find the
Oh,
song.
look, they have Sounds of the Sea featuring Periwinkle, Flange and the Crustaceans. I love their music.
I think I'll stick to the classics.
Wasn't there also a record up in the
A
up in the
trumpetless
study?
gramophone.
I can.
This seems unlikely to be effective.
Okay, I mean, what would I call the wire and the dash
no.
sheet? The wire and the screwdriver?
I'm really not sure, but
The wire and the crowbar?
I'd really rather...
The wire and the lamp so we can hang it?
This seems unlikely. I'm really not sure.
Can we burn the envelope?
No, I don't think this... No, sorry.
Absolutely, just keep an open mind. Just because someone did naughty things in their young part of their life doesn't mean that they aren't able to change. Unless they're Republican. I did not say that. Sounds of the Sea. I want to look at study, because was there a record up here as well? No, there wasn't. It was just me imagining things.
This is the most upsetting thing that's happened all day.
I'm not sure it's quite at the top of my list, Frumple.
Okay. Coat hanger, no. Window, no. Wardrobe door? Fine, okay. Yes, I have many sins to which I should atone for. No, I'm entirely innocent. I've never done a bad thing. Yeah. So nothing to talk to
Thank you,
Ambrose about. He's still tuckered out. Is there anything we can talk to you about?
Madam?
Oh, no.
Thank you for your time.
Can I use the wire on the hands?
I'd
of
really
this
rather
for
not.
some reason? The tape on it?
I'm really not sure what...
We could look out the window here, couldn't we?
Large double windows looking out onto the island.
Not exactly the jolliest view one could ask for.
No, but why can we look out this window?
I'm not going to open these, it'll let a terrible draft.
So we might need to let a draft in to extinguish that fire at some point. So that's why we can open that window.
Thank you, Mr. Spode.
Any thoughts, anyone? I'm happy to take a hint because I'm a little unsure about what our avenue of inquiry is now currently. Sounds of the sea, but that's not a good enough lead, I don't think, for the music. I need to find the documents. But I looked through that cupboard again, even after we knew that. I'm gonna click on a hint.
Any ideas, old thing?
There are still a few gaps in the old notebook. Maybe we need to talk to people some more, figure out possible motives.
I thought I'd done all that. Okay, let's... Oh, there's some people, of course, at the crypt. Let's ask them. We haven't spoken to them. So, Constance.
Perhaps we could discuss...
Hang on. We did Your Mother, Your Father. A tune!
Do you happen to know if there's a particular tune or song your parents used to enjoy together?
Why, yes, there is, as a matter of fact. A song called Waddling in the Moonlight. Mother used to play it on the organ. I haven't thought about that for years.
Thank you!
Thank you, miss.
Safe?
We have reason to believe your father might have owned a safe.
Nah.
Oh, that's right, he did.
I say, we've been over every blasted inch of that house and I've not seen one anywhere.
You wouldn't, Dr. Frumple. Father hid it.
Painting.
It's behind a painting in the drawing room. You won't get into it, though. Even I don't know how it opens. Father wouldn't go near it when others were in the room.
So how do you know about it?
One time, when I was just a duckling, I snuck into the room while he had the safe open. He didn't see me, thank goodness. I don't think even the staff know it's there. I can't imagine what he kept in it.
Thank you, Miss Gilfrey. Most interesting.
I think it might be the map box that opens it, you know.
Farewell, Miss Gilfrey.
Have we asked Sir Winslet about his family? About the incident we haven't
If we could
asked.
discuss the incident last night. Do you know anything about the circumstances of Gilfrey's death?
Not a jot, old thing. I mean, any one of us could have done it, couldn't we? People coming and going for this big event. I say, it could even have been you. Or Dr. F here.
How dare you, sir? I'm a doctor. I would never.
Steady on, old thing. He was just making a point.
I don't think he could have.
How
been.
well did you know Admiral Gilfrey?
Never met the fellow. I mean, Connie has talked about him, of course, but we never actually met.
So you don't know who might have wanted to kill him?
Not a clue, old thing. Isn't it usually a family thing? Inheritance and all that.
Alas, his only family is poor Miss Gilfrey.
Tadpole
And
is
you,
almost
once you're
down
married,
on
of
top
course.
loader, isn't it?
Right, yes, I suppose so. If he'd allowed the marriage, of course. I don't think the old boy approved of me, truth be told. Like my own family, I suppose. I say, you're not suggesting we had anything to do with this, are you?
I'm not suggesting anything at the moment, sir. Mr. Spode mentioned Constance's inheritance. It will be rather substantial, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, rather.
That would give
I mean,
the cat
jolly
a
rotten
motive.
luck and all, but she'll be a rich woman now.
And you a rich man if you're to marry her.
Indeed.
I say, well, that's a fine thing, isn't it? Dashed rude of you, old thing. What exactly
his
are you
eyes.
suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, just pointing out the facts.
Well, you can get that idea out of your head right away. The nerve of you. I mean, really, it's just too much.
It reminds me of something my nan once said, which is, I'm not complaining, I'm merely stating the facts. It was very funny. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Let's, now that we know that we have to waddle in the moonlight, let's
Thank
go
you,
back
sir.
to the submarine, play that on the organ, and find out what happens next. Oh, I think they were just going for a walk. I don't really know why they're there. So into the submarine. And there's that gunpowder there as well. Right.
Well then, Frumple, we know the tune you need to play.
Oh, very well, if you insist. Let's see now.
It's like Sherlock, isn't it?
Good grief, a piece of paper shot out of the pipe when you played that last note.
Thought it sounded a bit off.
Let's have a look at that piece of paper. It says...
Let's take a look at this. It says, where we met, where we got engaged, where we married, where Constance was born. I'm not sure this is a great deal of help, but it must connect to this safe somehow.
Okay, where we met, where we got engaged, where we married, where Constance was born. So that's going to... those are going to be 4 continents, aren't they? Or 4 places. So we need to work out, we need to go through the history, find out where... Do we have it in here? Dame Celia, Wellington Boot. Do we have it in here? Probably not. But... okay. Sent mysterious invitation. Lives on isolated island. Found dead in pipe. Made him see what has a safe. Yes, this is going to be the solution to that thing. So we need those 4 locations. Met, engaged, married. And what was the last one? All I've written down is Constance. Where Constance was born, is that right? I'll write the word born down. Oh, yes.
Where we met, where we got engaged, where we married, where Constance was born.
Good. We still haven't made our way through that forest. I don't know whether it's something we've got to brute force or not. We've met the octopus. If the octopus is real, then there's no reason to think that the other one won't happen either. So, we should probably talk to the people, because they will know this. I meant to go to the kitchen to ask Beryl. Beryl will know all this, right?
Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
Have we already been told this? We've got to go through all the text and find it. Constance is going to be the one to ask about all of this, though, because they were their parents. Or the butler. I'm going to try Constance first in the crypt.
Perhaps we could discuss your family. Do you know much about how your parents met or where they were married?
Not a great deal, I'm afraid. I know they met on one of my father's expeditions in Africa, but not much beyond that.
What about their wedding or your own birth?
I can't help you, Lord Winklebottom. They moved around so much, you see, and had so many stories. You know, I'm not even sure where I was born. Is that strange?
No, it's annoying. Africa is the first part of that. So we need to know where Constance was born, where the parents got engaged.
Thank you, miss.
Where they got married.
Farewell, Miss Gilfrey.
And where Constance was born.
Thank you, sir.
The butler is now our next examine the egg picture. Yes, yes indeed. Let's go. We should definitely ask the butler and Beryl. They must know things. Bottle.
Ambrose, I regret to inform...
Do you have any idea?
Alas,
Thank you, Ambrose.
So, the egg photo.
This must be a baby photograph of Constance.
Look at her little bow.
That's not useful. She's just wearing a little bow. Reference books.
This appears to be a large collection of books about...
Plants and whatnot.
Botany. We dealt with that.
Maybe this might help with finding the information we need.
Well, let's do that then. Let's ask. I'm going to ask the cook. Not the cook, the maid. Oh,
Thank you, miss.
Need to show her the picture.
I have reservations.
Okay, fine.
A photograph of Constance just after she was born.
Can we the wire with it?
No.
The lamp.
I have
burn it.
reservations.
The knife.
I have
Oh, yeah.
I'd really rather...
Fair enough. Bottle.
I'm really not sure what the plan... No. So
That pigeon just sleeping through it all. I want to go back and ask Constance. Just see if the picture jogs her memories. Combination
I have
note? No. Come on.
No, I don't think this is...
Yeah. Yeah, the doll could be something like that.
Ethelberta's grave, you...
Don't much fancy being buried myself.
Okay. I was hoping we might get a clue here. Animalis memento mori, yes.
Thank you, Mr. No. This seems unlikely to be a...
Yeah, it was to make the plank to get to the submarine, to do the things on the submarine. Do you know anything here about... no, okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Because you're always underappreciated, so maybe...
No.
Maybe you'll know things.
No, I don't think this is right.
But we do know it's Africa that's the first one, that we don't know anything.
You know, Frumple, I'm not sure we have all the information we need to crack this puzzle.
Only because we haven't found it. The rest is irrelevant.
Now, let us have a look in here.
Oh, just some...
Not inherently.
No.
Best way.
One would hope that you...
No, okay, fine. That's where it's going to be. That is where it's going to be. Why have we got a dust sheet? We still have a dust sheet. What's the note again? The note is just where we met, where they met, where they got engaged, where they married, where Constance was born. That is what it says. Almost gong o'clock. That gong is going to get a gonging in a
Madam?
minute.
You knew Ethelberta quite well, I believe.
Oh, yes. She was a dear, dear friend to me.
I wonder, do you know anything about the circumstances of their matrimony?
Excellent.
Alas, I was unable to attend their wedding as I was on a 2-year-long spiritual retreat. I left shortly after their engagement. I'm not even sure where they wed in the end. They travelled the globe together, so could have been anywhere.
Do you know where they were when they got engaged?
Oh, indeed I do. It was on one of their expeditions somewhere in South America.
Ding!
She was so excited. Such a sad end. If I take one comfort from all this, it's that at least they are together again, and on a very great new adventure.
So we just need to go
Thank you for your time, madam.
round everyone, find the new inquiries, and find
Farewell, Dame Celia.
the other two bits. Maybe the Reverend married them. So Africa, South America, that's the first two. Did the Reverend marry them?
Reverend, could we talk about the incident? I wonder if we could discuss what you were doing last night.
Why? Whatever do you mean?
Well, we found your prayer book on the stairs to the
Yes,
attic. The same
why?
attic where Ambrose disturbed someone and got himself shut in.
You can't think I would do such a thing. I'm an animal of God, Winklebottom. I would never...
And yet, we found something up there that was of great interest to you, as you know.
All right, I admit I was trying to find that wretched machine. I thought I could destroy it and save my good name, but I heard somebody coming up the hall stairs, so I darted out of there and hid in the study. I suppose I dropped my book
That would be
then.
the
So you
butler.
never actually went into the attic?
No, I swear I
Oh.
didn't. And I certainly didn't harm poor Aristotle.
Thank you, Reverend. That'll be all for now.
That quite possibly clears him.
Well, goodbye for now, Reverend.
God be with you, my son.
They met in Africa, Aiden, yep, and then South America they got engaged. So we just need to know where they were married, where Constance was born.
Thank you, Miss Price.
It's just finding all the right things. That was that. Yes, and maybe there's a marriage certificate or something. Oh, papers.
Have you finished sorting through Guilfrey's paperwork? Did you find everything you needed?
Well, not everything.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Maybe we could search for papers in that. That's not where I wanted to go. In the study. So if we search for papers, will we find
Now,
anything?
let us have a
there?
look in here.
Oh, just some
Not inherently.
best way, in my opinion.
One would hope that...
No. She didn't remember she was born yet. Very irritating. Good evening, Verdus. Let's see if the butler does know anything, because I don't remember actually clicking on him. He doesn't have anything new.
Thank you, Ambrose.
So have I done? I've done the two in there. I haven't done Beryl.
Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
They met in Africa. She doesn't know where she was born. So the drawing room, I've done everything in there. Was there anyone actually upstairs? Let's go back to the crypt. Island. I mean, it's not going to be here anyway. Was there anyone at the lighthouse? It's going to be at the lighthouse, isn't it? We've got to get, that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to get through there.
Farewell, Miss...
Nothing new there. Anything new here? Nothing new there.
Thank you, sir.
We're going to have to get through this silly... The octopus has gone. He was in the cave and then he no longer was. I hope we get to meet this fine chap. Or chapess. We're going to have to get through here to get to the lighthouse, aren't we? Aren't we? I'm going to...
Any ideas, old thing?
There are still a few gaps in the old notebook. Maybe we need to talk to people some more, figure out possible motives.
Really? Am I going to have to go through everything? And check everybody's whole trees of their... Oh, there was a ship out to sea as well. Not that I'm sure how we see that. Is there a way of seeing it? Old barrels. Stairs. Airlock. Nothing here. I've done all the current dialogue.
Notes about the times the vessel has been taken out. Nothing particularly recent as far as I can tell. Times, dates, coordinates, that sort of thing.
All a load of bloody gibberish to me. Oh, I say, the last page has a note written on it.
My dearest Ethelberta, a reminder that should you need to open the safe in my absence, you have only to play our tune.
Fellow has a safe then. Best look into that. Always some good clues in safes. Quite a lot of good that note does us though. How do we know what their tune was? Fella could have been a bit more explicit.
I rather suspect that was the point. Anyway, we...
So actually, hang on. We just need to play their tune to open the safe. This other thing, this note...
Where we met, where we got engaged,
That's not for the
where
safe,
we married,
that's just for
where
that
Constance
box.
was born.
I do note that that looks suspiciously Antarctican, but that looks... I mean, got two maps. Two things that we don't yet know. But that feels like a guess. That doesn't feel right. So, we need to play the song. Okay, so we need to put... That's what we need to do. We need to go to the record collection. We need to find, in the record collection, we need to find Whittling in the Moonlight. Waddling in the Moonlight, I know, but I'm going to call it Whittling in the Moonlight. And we're probably going to need this trumpet again, aren't we?
Farewell then.
Well, anyway, that's what we need to do. We need to play the song. I think playing the song is going to open the safe. Let's have a look at the record collection.
A collection of gramophone records.
Oh look, they have Sounds of the Sea featuring Periwinkle, Flange and the Crustaceans. I love their music.
I think I'll stick to the classics.
That's irritating.
A trumpetless gramophone.
And yeah, and then there's that box. Might as well worth a try.
You know, Frumple, I'm not sure we have all the information we need to crack
We haven't
this
found
puzzle.
it. We haven't found it.
Well, goodbye for now, Reverend.
God be with you, my son.
So the hint is telling us to go through all the dialogues. But I think, based on what you've said in the chat, I've done everything.
From what I've read, this stuff might be useful. However, I will need something to pick it up with.
But that was ages ago. That was previous things. We haven't...
I have reservations. This seems unlikely to be effective. I have reservations about...
Did I do this to everyone?
No, I don't think this is right.
The wedding photo. Let's look at the wedding photo.
Ah, look at this. It's Gilfrey and Ethelbert on their wedding day. A splendid time was had by all, I can assure you, Frumple. Such a tragedy Ethelbert had passed away so young.
Yes, terrible business. Just terrible.
Doesn't tell us where it is. Excellent. Go for it, Marky V. What is your idea?
Ah, look at him here. Various works of fiction. These are most likely Ethelberters. Aristotle preferred his scientific tone.
Oh, Shakespeare. The mouse.
No. No more Shakespeare. What are these books?
A collection of books. Nothing of any great interest right now.
Right now. Oh, yes, okay.
We may be able to make use of this wedding photograph.
Careful, old thing. You're getting nearly as bad as that pilfering pelican.
Okay.
No, I don't... I'm really not sure what...
Is it the screwdriver to that?
No.
Tape to that?
No, I don't...
Crowbar to that?
This seems unlikely.
The lamp to that?
I have reservations.
The knife to that?
No.
I just want to see
sorry.
if we can open the back of it and find something in it. Hang on, there's a photograph here as well.
I say, look at this, old boy. It's Gilfrey.
Not for me. You couldn't have bought.
Okay, can we take that? No, we can't. Yeah, we're gonna start. Wedding.
This seems unlikely.
Okay.
No.
Not those two. Okay.
I have reservations about doing this.
Chuck it on the fire.
No, I don't... This seems
No. Okay. I mean, the bottle must know stuff about this, surely.
I'm really not sure what the...
Maid. Come on, you must know about the wedding.
This seems unlikely to be effective.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Clutt. I'm really not sure what the plan is here.
Around the quarters. Can I take this now?
This looks like a child's doll. It seems to be a cuddly axolotl.
Bit of an old thing to.
Okay. There's some papers underneath the
I
bed
say,
that
I've
have
noticed
always.
these before. They must have got disturbed with all the comings and goings in here.
Let me see. Huh. They're a load of hoof-written letters. Look like pretty soppy stuff to me. My dearest A, blah blah, secret love, blah blah, BC. Who's BC?
Well, we know a B at least. These letters seem a touch one-sided, and if they are from who I suspect, then it looks like they weren't ever actually given to A.
Interesting.
Thank you, Amber.
B, C, and A.
Madam? Thank you for your... Farewell, then.
Did
I'd really rather...
seance.
This might be a touch awkward, but we discovered some letters under your bed.
Oh, my lord. You didn't read them, did you?
Oh, we
And
did.
how? So you're B then? And I take it old Aristotle Gilfrey was A.
Oh, my lord, I didn't mean anybody to see those letters. They're just a silly old goat's idle fantasy. The master was kind, but never showed me any interest.
Unrequited
And
love,
you
is
wished
that
him
the
to?
motive?
More than anything, my lord. But it wasn't his way. He was still devoted to the mistress, and nobody would have changed that.
Unless the mistress died.
Especially not somebody like me, I suppose.
Turning to the incident then. Miss Clutterbuck, it strikes me you might have had a somewhat uneasy relationship with the victim.
Oh, no, sir. The master was very kind to me.
Not as kind as you'd have liked there.
I suppose I can't blame him. A person in his position couldn't be seen with somebody like me. It just wouldn't be proper.
Well, quite so.
I fancy I might have resented him for it a bit. Oh, my lord. If only things had been different.
Did you ever discuss this with him? Perhaps he might have felt the same way you did.
Oh, my lord. I just couldn't. Oh, the shame of it.
I think C is just her surname, but we just don't know what the surname is. But we now know
Thank
the
you,
C.
Miss Clutterbuck.
Oh, it's Clutterbuck. Yes, Beryl Clutterbuck. There we go. Okay.
Hold on a moment, Frumple. Let's take stock. I'm rather afraid we're not getting anywhere with this investigation.
Does seem like a bit of a tricky one even for you. We have plenty of suspects, but little proof.
Quite. We seem to have got everything we can out of interrogating people. We're still no closer to knowing who did it. It's so infuriating.
Pity old Gilfrey didn't let you know in advance what his plans were. Might have given us a clue as to why someone was so intent on stopping him.
We just lost touch over the years. He was busy with research, me with my work, and now it's too late. I should have made more of an effort.
Steady on, old chap, you weren't to know. That's just how life is sometimes.
I just need to solve this case. Catch the fiend who murdered my friend.
I say, what if we could get the rotter to expose themselves somehow?
Oof.
Yes, but how?
Not in that way.
But wait a moment. Yes, it could just work. Madame Lavinia, she's the key. If she could summon Gilfrey's spirit, he could name the murderer.
Well, I don't want to burst your bubble or thing, but, well, that's a load of old tosh, isn't it? There's no such thing as ghosts and spirits. Honestly, Winklebottom, you confound me at times.
Of course, we know it's nonsense, but the killer may not. If we can make it look authentic, a seance might cause the killer to reveal himself. If he thinks old Gilfrey's about to finger him, he'd have to escape, or else own up before he was accused.
So all we have to do is fake a seance and wait for the killer to react.
I know what the dash is
Genius. Or insanity. Honestly, I'm not sure which.
for. We're
Perhaps
going to be
both,
a
my
ghost.
friend. Right, we should talk to our friendly medium about this.
Maybe make a save. Okay. Save. New save. There we go. Yep, the sheet will be a ghost. So let's talk to you about the
Madam?
seance.
Madam, we may have a need of your talents to help us solve this case.
My talents? Whatever can you mean, Lord Winklebottom?
We're going to do something, Jess.
Voodoo. Whatever it is you call it. You know, having a chinwag with fellows who have kicked the bucket.
You really must have a wonderful bedside manner, Frumple, but as my candid colleague suggests, we wish to have discourse with the deceased.
You mean a seance? Oh, I don't know. They are difficult to perform.
Tell me what you
I'm
need.
not sure that I have the strength or the ability come to that.
I mean, we know you
Please,
don't.
madam, you must. This may be our only chance to catch the killer. And I think you might be surprised by just how effective you are.
Very well, but I can't promise you'll get the answers you seek. We will need the others here to join paws with us. Let me know when you are ready.
Just so we know, what exactly will happen in this little shindig?
I will ask for 3 signs. First, a chill in the air,
Window.
which will indicate a presence. Next, a ringing bell, so we know the spirit is here.
The clock.
Finally, a burst of flame as the spirit shows its power, so we know the connection
Not
is
sure about that third
strong.
one.
And that's all?
No, then the spirit must show itself to us. It will appear in the room.
Blimey, how are we going to arrange all that?
Ghost. Okay.
Well, madam, we are ready to start the seance.
Very well. You gather the others, and I'll prepare.
How are we going to make the fire? Pardon me, how are we going to make the fire?
Firstly, if the spirits are here, we should feel a chill in the room. Spirits, come to us now.
Gunpowder.
Oh.
open this by hoof, everybody will see me. I need a way to invisibly open it from a distance.
So the wires.
The spirits seem to have left
Oh
us.
no, it's timed.
We must try again another time.
Right, so that's what the wire is for. So if I put the wire here...
Now I should be able to open this window from a distance.
Haha! Okay. That we should be able to do right there.
Pieces of thin wire.
Can I... Hang on, if I just do...
If I attach the wire to the hand, then run it around here, I can make the chime ring from a distance.
And now, yes, we need to get the gunpowder. So let's get the gunpowder. This is just so bizarre and funny. I love it. We're going to go to the jetty so that we can go and collect some of the gunpowder in the empty envelope that we have. I think Marky V suggested scraping it into the envelope with a knife. I don't think we'll need the knife. I think we'll just be able to go envelope in there.
No, I don't think this...
No!
This seems unlikely. I have reservation.
Oh.
I can't open these by hoof. I'll need...
Hang on, a tool of some kind. Okay, so we need to open it. Crowbar.
Let's give this a go then.
Wait, this might be dangerous. Let me stand back first, then you can do it.
Thank you
Yes.
for your concern, my
Yes,
friend.
look after yourself, Dr. Frumple.
Well, look at that, it's full of gunpowder.
Okay, now, envelope.
I'm going to take a small quantity of gunpowder in this envelope.
Blimey, I'm going to keep in distance for a bit. Don't want to get myself all blown up if you drop the stuff.
Okay, so we now have an envelope full of gunpowder. Can I attach a transparent wire
This
to
seems
that?
unlikely.
So I'm just wondering, we've used the transparent wire for the other two. Will we use the transparent wire for this third one? But then it's almost seance time. So I'm going to do put that here.
This will make quite a flash if it hits the fire.
I guess I'll be able to do it.
I'll attach a bit of wire to this envelope. That's all of the wire used up.
There we go. I'd stuck it to the top of that. Okay, good. So it's there, there, and there. Seance time!
Madam? Well, madam, we are ready to start the seance.
Very well. You gather the others, and I'll prepare. Firstly, if the spirits are here, we should feel a chill in the room. Spirits, come to us now. Good, good. Spirits, if you
that's
are
a
with
good
us,
point, Meredith.
chime a bell so
Might-
that we may know.
I might have mucked up.
Good, good. Spirits, show us your power. Light up this room with flame. Good, good. Now, spirits, manifest your physical form. Show yourselves to us.
Let me just put this sheet over here.
I say, what on earth are you doing? I won't be able to see a thing out of that. Get away from me, you bounder.
Oh no.
No.
The spirits
No.
seem to have left us. We must try
Dr.
again
Frumple is
another
such
time.
a fun sponge. Okay. I'm assuming that...
A roaring hot fire.
Please tell me I don't have to deal with that again. Cut eye holes.
I don't wish to ruin a perfectly good sheet, but needs must.
You have to cut eye holes in it. It's so irritating. Right, let's do it again. I don't see a packet of thing here. So do I have to do it again? I reckon I have to do it again, you know. can I get another envelope? If I can, this tells me everything I need.
Let's take one of these envelopes.
No! Ah. Just going to put some gunpowder in it, etc., etc. Oh, how very irritating. Talk amongst yourselves, yada yada yada. How far along am I, can I just say, for those of you, particularly Poker, who's played
I'm going
this
to take a
before?
small
Am I now
quantity of gunpowder in this
3/4
envelope.
of the way
Blimey,
through?
I'm going to keep my distance for a bit.
It's
Don't want to get
almost-
myself all blown up if you drop the stuff.
It's almost 10 o'clock here, and I'm just wondering how much more I've got left. Another half hour? Another hour? Let's go back to the manor. Let's pop that into the fireplace again. And we'll do the seance. I mean, I think actually we must be quite near the end.
This will make quite a flash if it hits the fire.
Because the seance will hopefully convince someone to confess.
Madam,
Hang on, I'm not ready.
thank you for your time.
Because I...
Let's reattach this.
Yes! You're not a loose wire. You're not a loose wire. But that's so mean, having to reset that and not the other two.
Madam?
Yeah, there is still a safe.
Well, madam,
Very well.
Okay. Here we go. Wish me luck.
Firstly, if the spirits are here, we should feel a chill in the room.
Done.
Spirits, come to us now. Good, good. Spirits, if you are with us, chime a bell so that we may know.
Gong.
Good, good. Spirits, show us your power. Light up this room with flame.
It is logical, Barrett. It's just annoying.
Good, good.
Here we go.
Now, spirits, manifest your physical form. Show yourselves to us.
I mean, he's a lot bigger than an axolotl, but here we go.
Now, Frumble, it's your turn.
I mean, woo, I am a scary ghost, woo.
Good, good.
Uh-huh.
It worked. The spirits are here. Tell us, spirit, do you have a message for us?
Oh, yes, I'll say.
And what is the message?
I don't.
Well, I'm jolly cross about being killed and all that, and I'll tell you all who the blessed Rosser is if they don't own up right this instant. And I'll probably haunt them for all time, too.
Does anybody in the circle wish to respond to the spirit?
Oh, go on. Oh, well, I suppose I'll be off then. Goodbye.
Oh well, I suppose we are finished here. It seems the spirits were unable to help us. Such a pity. I really felt like there was a presence manifesting this time.
Plot twist.
Well, we did our best.
I was rather
Got
splendid,
the
wasn't
forest
I?
as well.
As I say, we did our best. I must say I'm rather at a loss to know what to do now. If only the sounds had achieved something.
Well, I'm running away. I've just noticed the tentacles on the back of all of those chairs. I am going to run away to the crypt because it was glowing and I want to know why it was glowing. The rather large clue that we were given there. Crypt.
Good grief, what the dickens is that?
Winklebottom, I don't like this. No, not one bit.
Have we
Steady on,
summoned
old thing.
Ethelberta?
It seems harmless. I wonder, could Madame Lavinia's seance have actually worked?
Amazing.
No, this is wrong, blasted. Unholy. I want no part of this.
I wonder, though, this is Ethelberta's grave. Could it possibly be?
Ethelberta?
Greetings,
Hello.
madam?
No longer here. Just memories.
I shall be doing my best to wipe this horror from my own memory, that's for sure.
You, I take it, are a ghost? A spirit? Of Ethelberta?
I remember Ethelberta, but nothing more.
Seems like we might need to jog her memory if we're to get any sense from her.
I remember a flash, a child. Then I was blown here on the wind.
So we can trigger her memories.
She missed out my bit.
We could trigger her
Well
memories.
then, madam,
with
thank you for
the
your time.
photographs.
Not much time now. I remember home. Who else should I remember?
So we can now use the marriage to find out where they got married.
Perhaps you remember this.
My dear
Hey.
Aristotle. How could I forget?
What?
We were wed in New York.
What do you say if I show you this? And where was Constance born?
Perhaps you remember this?
Sweet Constance, how could I forget? Born in Paris, such happy days.
Thank you very much, Ghost. You may now go
I
back
do
to
believe we
your
now have the information we need to crack the code.
slumber. So let's go to Guilfrey Manor. And Africa, South America, New York, Paris. That's the combination we need. So that's the box. See, I think it's a box. Is it going to be the safe as well? So South Africa. Africa, South America, New York, Paris.
By Jove, I think we've done it.
It is the safe. Ooh.
Well, well, what do we have here?
Maybe now we'll find out what was going to happen here.
Okay.
Well then, let's see what we have here.
I say, that skull is a bit strange. Never seen anything quite like it. Close to a primate skull, but not any species I know.
There are papers in here too. This must be what Price was looking for. Let's take a look.
Well, what have you found?
I'm afraid that a lot of the technical mumbo-jumbo is rather beyond me, but it would appear that this skull is the key to it all. He discovered it on one of his expeditions and has done a lot of work analysing it.
And he was planning to announce this discovery to the world.
Apparently so, but I'm not clear on why he thought it so important.
gonna be
I think he
something
wanted help with the announcement or
evolution-based, isn't it?
guidance maybe. Hence inviting religious and spiritual representatives, a journalist, a popular entertainer, all people who could help him get a message out.
And we're rather popular public figures too, of course. But look, Winklebottom, I'm sure this is all very interesting, but it doesn't help us with the question of who bumped off the poor chap.
You're quite right, as always, Frumple. I think perhaps we need to talk to all the suspects at once and solve this crime once and for all.
You don't mean...
Yes, Frumple, let's gather the suspects together in the drawing room.
Huzzah.
Oh, I do enjoy this part.
Dr. Funsponge Fumple. Right, bye Aidan. Get your guesses in now. Who do you think has done it? I think it is...
As you all know, my good friend Admiral Gilfrey died last night.
I think it's the lab coat
After investigating
chameleon.
his death,
I think
myself
it's
and Dr.
her.
Frumple have determined that it was no accident. Somebody wanted Gilfrey silenced, and they wanted it so badly that they'd resorted to murder.
And what's more,
it's the chameleon.
that person is in the room with us right now.
Yes, I think that was rather implied, Frumple. Now, all of you were invited here by Gilfrey, and several of you had ideas why that was so. All of you were wrong. Now, to recap. Yesterday, guests started arriving here. At some point, we don't know when, somebody dumped a large quantity of salt into Gilfrey's water supply, an action that ultimately led to his death.
Rotten way
The
to
chameleon
go.
would know about.
Now, as well as killing Gilfrey, it seems the criminal was
Research,
also looking for
exactly.
something. They were searching the attic when they were disturbed by Ambrose, the butler. They ran and locked him in order to escape without anybody sounding the alarm. They escaped the house, briefly dropping the key to the cellar, which they'd also locked to hide their crime. Something must have gone wrong though, as we know that nobody is missing, so they presumably returned here after failing to escape the island.
Well, go on then. Who was
Can't
it?
swim.
Well, Frumple, that's the interesting question. I'm afraid that right now I don't know the answer. But let us examine the facts and discuss the subjects one at a time.
Oh, God.
Reverend Peabody. We know that you went up to the attic at one point,
It's not
and we
you.
also know what
You
you have
can
been looking
swim.
for up there. You have a secret, and you were terrified Gilfrey would reveal it.
But you can't mean I didn't.
No, I think not. So what about Beryl? You've worked for Gilfrey for years, but felt hurt that he didn't reciprocate the feelings you had for him.
Yes,
Perhaps
Marky
you finally
V,
snapped
yes,
and
yes.
decided that if you couldn't have him, nobody could.
Oh! Oh, my lord! I never...
I've just noticed the
No?
pigeon's awake.
Well
Pigeon's
then, let's
here.
turn to Sir Winslet. You believe that Gilfrey didn't approve of you. In point of fact, you were wrong about that, and the reason you're here is that he valued you as a journalist and wanted you to help with his announcement.
Oh, I say.
Plus, of course, there's the matter of the inheritance. You are not a rich cat, but
I am
Constance
not
is
a
now a
rich
very
cat.
wealthy
Yeah,
lady.
da, da,
With the
da, da,
supposed
da, da, da.
impediment to your union out of the way, your money woes are over.
Now, come on, old thing, be serious.
Very well, let's move on. To Dame Celia.
We're going to get
With
to
the
the comedian
narcissism
last.
typical of members of the acting profession, you actually believe that Gilfrey invited everybody here to reveal your closely guarded secret. Is this enough of a reason for you to kill?
No, you're just a dotty old
Will
bat.
you stop going on about my bill, young man?
There's amber.
There's
Look at the
nothing
amber.
in it.
There.
Stupid
Mosquito.
bat left the trumpet in the other room.
Well, no matter. We still have other suspects, such as Madame Lavinia.
Wasn't you? You're mad as well.
No, you can't suspect me.
And why not? You believe, incorrectly as it turns out, that you are a fraud. Gilfrey, a rational chap, might want to expose this to the world. Maybe fearing this, you took matters into your own hooves.
But
I'm not finished yet. We still have Miss Price to consider.
of course, you'd forget about me until the end.
You worked with Gilfrey, helped him with his research. Maybe you feared he would take all the credit for your work. After all, he took your notes and papers. Perhaps a lifetime of being underappreciated boiled over and you did away with him.
Perhaps. Is
Yes.
that what you really think, Mr. Winklebottom?
Yes, it
No,
is.
probably not.
Oh.
However, that is just about everybody, except for Mr. Spode here. I suppose there could be something we don't know about Gilfrey's legal matters that could give you a motive.
Could be, old boy, but there isn't.
No, Spode has been Gilfrey's solicitor for years. Hard to imagine him suddenly developing a sudden desire to murder him.
Have we done
So what now?
Constance?
Who did it?
Who's the killer? I'll tell you.
Here we go.
Right now. The killer. The killer is... I don't know. To be honest, I was rather hoping they might be gracious enough to expose themselves at this point.
Oh. bugger. So what now? More questioning?
Well,
Actually, sir, if you don't mind, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Culver, glad to see you back in the land of the living. What is it?
Well, sir,
All right,
I was just
Culver.
wondering why you keep referring to this fellow as Spode.
Because that's who he is, Spode of Spode and Flabbernacle Solicitors.
No, he isn't. Look, sir, I spend a lot of time in court giving evidence and what have you. I know Spode, both of them, in fact, and this chap isn't him.
Damn your eyes. Price, follow me now.
Good night, everyone.
So it was the
Damn it,
chameleon,
the lights are out. Somebody, stop them.
but in league with the toad, who we now don't know who it is. Interesting. Well, happy that I pinned
Quickly,
it on the
Furple,
right
hurry,
post.
we mustn't lose track of them.
Easy for you to say with those whacking great stilts you call legs. Now where have the buggers got to?
This way, they're heading off in the direction of the forest.
Oh,
Now where do we go?
I'm sure they came in here. We can't be far behind them, but which way did they go? There must be some clue.
there must be some clue.
This seems unlikely to be effective.
So, chameleon. Is there a chameleon somewhere in here? We haven't
The
looked at
papers we discovered in Gilfrey's safe. A rather mysterious skull from a species unknown to us.
Everything else, I think. There is a flash. There. And there.
No, we've lost them.
There. 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 Oh, yeah. It's always in the same place. It doesn't make any... There. Sort of looking at the smoky bit. Ahead.
Finally, a way through this wretched forest.
Okay, don't quite know why it didn't work first time,
Crumple.
but anyway.
Look, what's that coming through the mist?
I say, I don't much care for that thing. What on earth is it?
My God, Frumple, it's an abomination.
It's Marky V!
He's making a run for it.
After him, he may lead us to Price and our imposter, Spode.
Well, we called a Spode, didn't we? But it isn't him. Yeah.
Ugh, I'm all covered in dried twigs and leaves from the forest. No sign of that creature, or Price or Spode, but they must surely have come this way.
They must be inside this lighthouse. We've got them trapped.
Well, the cellar doors have...
The doors are locked tight with a padlock.
We'll have to get it open somehow. We have to find them.
Okay. Could be something from here. Is there anything else we can look at? Lighthouse door.
It's locked. Damn it.
I'm not surprised.
Sneaky buggers. Let's find another way in.
Okay, well that'll be that then. The very obvious cellar door. Oh, I can look at the padlock.
This is locked tight. I can't get it off.
Remember how the limehouse lizards cracked open that safe containing the Duchess's pearls? We could do the same. Blast the blasted thing off.
Oh,
Problem is, I don't have anything to blast it open with.
Here, I still have some of that gunpowder we took from the
Good.
caves. Thought I'd grab some extra just in case.
thank you.
You can have the rest of the contents of my pockets too, in case
Why
it's of any
didn't you
use.
tell me that when I had to keep going there for the seance? Dr. Frumple, you fun sponge? Okay, so where... But the lamp is now unlit. The lamp is now unlit.
This is locked.
So, what did you... Sorry, what did you do with it? I want to get rid of the photos.
It's no good. The padlock is too strong to prise off with the crowbar.
Can I scroll?
I'm really not sure.
No, there's nothing else
I have
here.
I'd really rather...
Oh! Okay, right. Okay. Envelope of gunpowder, put you there.
Right, I'm going to pour this gunpowder into
I
the
thought
padlock.
it was a decorative serif. Okay, so we poured the gunpowder on. Now just hit it with the crowbar.
I'm not really inclined to start waving a crowbar around willy-nilly.
I am. Twigs and leaves. We're going to have to start a fire.
I can probably use these to start a fire, but I'll get my hooves blown off if I ignite the gunpowder directly. I need a fuse.
Yes, you do. I'll make an offer you can't use. Needle and thread.
I'll place some of the thread from this sewing kit into the lock and run it a safe distance.
Unspool it. And now, fuse.
I'll need to find a way to light this. What can I use to start a fire?
We didn't start the fire. Paper?
I'm really not sure.
I mean, there's a lamp.
A lamp with paraffin in it.
Yes, that isn't lit. Oh, twigs and leaves.
I can generate a bit of heat with this tinder, but the fuse isn't lighting. I need to make it more flammable.
So we're just going to pour paraffin on it. We're just gonna
I'm
do
really
that.
not sure what the...
Oh,
This seems unlikely.
the other way around?
I have reservations about doing this. I can generate a bit of heat with this tin.
Oh, hang on. No, I have to do it the other way around. I have to pour the oil
Okay,
on
I've
there.
soaked the fuse in the
There-
last dregs of oil from this lantern. Now it should light.
There you go. Right. Twigs and leaves, which somehow are generating
Okay,
heat.
hopefully I can use these twigs to generate a bit of a spark. Aha!
It's going. Stand back, old thing. Hooves over the old lugs, what?
Almost there now.
This is it. This is...
But now it's weak enough to use the crowbar.
That's it! The padlock is off. Finally I can open this hatch.
It can, that is true, Sean. But that is
My
not, that
God,
is not to
Frumple,
do
what
with
is
sparks.
this place?
That's
Just
due
what
to...
has been happening here?
Oh. Eyeballs. And a very weird person in the middle there. So what have we got? We've got chemicals, we've got eyeballs, we've got a cupboard, a door, a table, a gagged figure.
I say, Winklebottom, who's this unfortunate figure?
Quickly, Frumple, we should get this gag out of his mouth. Right, old boy, soon have this out of your mouth.
Oh, thank you, sirs. I rather feared my number was up. What on earth is going on here?
The real
That's rather going to be my
Spode.
question. May I ask with whom I have the pleasure of conversing?
Oh, how rude of me. My apologies. I am Ulysses Spode, of Spode and Flabbernacle. At your service, sir.
I say, you're the fellow that Toad chap was impersonating. Not
Toad
to trick
Spode.
me for a
So
second,
we've got
you
the real
understand.
Spode and the Toad
He
Spode.
tied me up just as I arrived at the island. Asked all sorts of questions about me and my client, Mr. Gilfrey. You know the Admiral?
Yes, indeed, and I'm afraid I have some rather sad news in that regard. However, right now we must urgently search his laboratory. We're really in an awful hurry.
Oh, be careful. There's something ghastly going on in here. Have you seen that thing? That creature, all hairless and pallid? Oh,
He's
never
talking
in all
about
my
humans.
days have I set eyes on such a thing.
We'll be careful, and we'll be back to set you free as soon as possible.
Yes, we're not going to set you free
Don't
now.
mind me, old thing. I'll just wait here until you're ready.
I won't go anywhere. Okay, so, chemicals.
Various chemicals and concoctions, a cure for what ails you.
Wouldn't go sipping those willy-nilly. Some nasty stuff there.
He likes the phrase willy-nilly. Books.
A book about something called DNA. Mean anything to you, Frumple?
Looks like biology, but nothing I was ever taught. If I don't know about it, it's likely just bunkum and balderdash.
We have here strange tubes.
What on earth are these things?
They're abhorrent, blasphemous creatures. Ugly blighters too.
I wonder, could these be related to that strange skull Gilfrey
I
found?
think it's now
Their
canon
noggins
that
would
Marky
seem to be
V
about the right
is
shape, though
the
these poor
next
chaps don't look like the
evolutionary step in
healthiest
this game.
specimens of whatever species they are.
That creature outside, though. Are these previous attempts to create that thing? Is that even possible?
Dashed if I know. I can help chaps keep hold of life, but creating it from nothing? Fellows that did that would be a damn sight cleverer than me, that's for sure.
Well, this doesn't help us with our immediate concern in any case.
Eyeballs. Cupboard. What's in the cupboard?
I say, a chap could probably hide in here if he or she wanted to.
The same thought had crossed my mind, old thing. Okay, ready? Aha!
Oh well, better look next time, eh?
Can we do the other door? Is there anything in here? Door. Locked?
Blast, it's locked. Spode and Price could be through here.
Bloody locked doors. Soon as we get back to London, I'm getting one of those skeleton keys that Charlie Weasel used for breaking into all those nightclubs.
Eyeballs. Okay, can we talk to Spode about anything?
We'll attend to untying Mr. Spode presently. Our immediate concern is finding Price and our imposter.
Okay. So what else? There is a table.
Good grief, what macabre experiments have occurred down here?
This equipment looks like it can deliver a heck of a shock to the system. Might be useful to kickstart a chap's ticker.
Or start one up from scratch, perhaps?
There was a storm the previous night.
What on earth? Why has the light gone out? Ow! I say, what was that?
Ouch! Something bloody well stabbed me.
Gentlemen.
Price, what's going on here? And where is Spode?
Oh, Mr. Winklebottom. I'm sorry it had to come to this. Why did you have to start poking your noses into things that
Good
don't
evening, you
concern you?
It is.
Just wanted to be left alone with my work, but you wouldn't let me, would you? The same as Gilfrey wouldn't let me.
I don't understand. Are you saying you killed Gilfrey?
I didn't, as it happens. But does it matter, really? He had to be stopped. He was going to tell the world about my discovery. Stop my experiments.
That creature.
It is not a creature. It is a human.
I say, a what?
A human. Homo sapiens, if you want its scientific name. Oh, you'd find them fascinating, Doctor. Before the world as we know it existed, they ruled the earth, you know, built great cities and fought terrible wars.
I love it. I
gods.
love it.
Sounds like you want to take their place. You're playing God.
I have recreated them. Just a tiny trace of biological matter on that skull was all I needed. From just that, I was able to create cells, and from cells, a whole body.
Took you a few goes, though, by the looks of it.
Nobody's perfect, Mr. Frumple. The mistakes were unfortunate, but an essential step in my work. And the final result, well, he is perfect.
I'm starting to see why Gilfrey wanted to stop you. It was you he was trying to get rid of, wasn't it? He wanted you off the island and your work stopped.
He didn't understand. Wanted to just tell the world about everything. They would have taken my creation from me. Lucky for me that others wanted the secret kept too.
The imposter, Spode.
He's their representative. He's just here to help get me and my work away from this place. His organisation is most insistent that this discovery is kept secret from the general public. They, at least, appreciate me.
So
It
is
was him, wasn't it? He poisoned Gilfrey to
the
keep him
fake,
quiet.
fake Spode did
No,
that then? No,
sorry.
What?
That's enough. I've just been keeping
Who
you
did
talking
kill
long
the
enough for the
axolotl?
poison to kick in. It should be well into your system by now.
No.
Can you feel it?
Oh, I'm feeling a bit peaky, old thing.
Me too, Frumple.
I'm sorry I had to do it. But you would have stopped me, wouldn't you?
Yes.
I have to get off the island with my work like we planned before the wretched storm ruined everything.
Wait, stop. Let's discuss this like civilized animals. It's not too late.
Sorry, Mr. Winklebottom. The boat should be here by now, and you've most kindly found the papers Gilfrey took from me. We've been searching high and low for these. And you've brought the skull, too, I see. I'll have those.
Do you want this
Wait,
diving helmet?
No. Frumple. Frumple, snap out of it.
I don't feel so good, old thing.
Quickly, we need to find an antidote. I need you, Dr. Frumple.
Well, shall we go to these chemicals then?
Lots of pretty bottles. I wonder if any of these would help with my head. I'm feeling frightfully woozy right now.
Can you help us, Spode?
Look at the funny wobbly monkey.
You really should stop your limbs from swaying like that, old thing. It's really most alarming.
Come on, old chaps. Snap out of
This
it.
is entirely sane. I want to finish this game, Ali. That's why I'm still going. Okay. How do we... I mean, what... The door?
Look, a door.
Door. No, words lost all meaning for me.
Okay. This is entirely sane. Absolutely sane. Strange tubes, I mean...
Lots of pretty
Dr. Frumple? Can I have his tea?
Ah, doctor, I need a doctor. Come on, old boy, you have to help. There are lots and lots and lots and oh, I'm repeating myself. The point is, there must be something we can do with all these chemicals.
Give me a moment, I need to think in my head. Ah, I know.
Well?
Well, I remember my school holidays in summer running through the grass. The colour of the leaves on the trees, everything was so happy then.
I'm not sure this is helpful.
It just popped into my head when I was thinking about how to make an antidote.
Green. Green, then. We want the green one.
Chin chin, old boy, and down the hatch.
The colour of the grass and the
Ugh.
leaves. Has that done anything?
Come on, Frumple, concentrate.
Met a chap one day who'd made the most delicious honey. I got it all over my face and
Yellow.
clothes. When Nanny washed it off, it left the bathwater such a lovely colour, like liquid sunlight.
Yellow. Yellow chemical.
I hope this tastes better than it looks. No, it would work.
Fair. Next, you get. Come on, Dr. Frump. It's hard to click on him. He's moving.
I really hope some part of you knows what you're doing here, old thing.
One day I stayed out too late and it started to get dark. I stumbled and fell into a ditch. The brambles cut my arms and legs something wicked. The blood stained my lovely white shirt a terrible colour.
Red. Red, 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 red.
Well, here's mud in your eye, old boy.
Nearly clicked purple there because it's moving.
Blah.
And is it now purple?
Is there any more, my friend?
Eventually the end of summer came. I had to go back to school and those rotters who called me names. I spent the last day just laying down, looking up at the clear summer sky, hoping the day would never end. Still remember the colour even now.
So is that going to be purple? Because it's not going to be red, green or yellow. So it's got to be purple. Oh, hang on, there's a blue chemical. Sorry, blue chemical. No, no, there.
Okay, bottoms up. Yeah. Oh, my head. My word, those chemicals tasted absolutely foul.
They did the job though, eh?
Indeed they did. Well done, my scholarly sidekick.
I think
We'd
so.
better get a move on though. Catch up with the rogues before they scarper.
Yes, come on. Let's head back outside and see what's happening.
Let's hope that we're going towards the good ending.
Spode.
Well, no. But I'm sure you know that by now. I thought I'd got away with that, you know. Would have too, if not for you meddling mammals. Just needed to play for a bit of time for
And
our
we were a
boat
ghost
to
at one
arrive
point,
and get
so it's very,
myself, Bryce, and
Shaggy-Doo.
her
Shaggy-Doo.
creation away from here.
You did it, didn't you? You killed Gilfrey.
Old fool was going to go public about what he'd found. We couldn't allow that.
Why not? What harm would it do?
Harm? My dear Winklebottom, it would be catastrophic. So much of what we think of as our society comes from them, you know, the humans. We cannot allow their existence to become public knowledge.
And so, just for that, you killed him?
No choice. We needed to tie up all the loose ends. Keep him from talking and get Bryce, her creature, and the research off the island.
Only you couldn't, could you? You didn't know about the safe, so couldn't find his papers. And then, having wasted time looking for them, the storm stopped you getting away.
Inconvenient, that was. Fortunately, we ran into Spode, and as nobody else knew him, that gave me a convenient cover to carry on looking for the research. A solicitor looking through papers. Nobody would give a second thought.
But why not just talk to Gilfrey,
Absolutely
explain
not.
things to him? You didn't need to kill him.
Too big a risk. Whatever else the humans were, they made sure everybody knew their place in the world. Kept order. We need that. Our society has been shaped, molded into a replica of theirs to keep our own instincts at bay. Imagine if that got out. It would be chaos.
I like that. Neat
Well,
idea.
you've buggered it up now, haven't you? We all know, and we're not going to keep quiet about it.
Uh-oh, don't say that. No!
Oh, Dr. Frumple, you and the others are never
I-
leaving this island. I'm sorry, but that's
I'd love
how
it
it's
if it
got
just
to
goes
be.
black screen,
This
gunshots,
whole thing
everything's
goes
done.
far deeper than you know. And I'm afraid the two of you are just some more loose ends that I need to deal with.
You absolute bounder.
Yes. Stand back, everyone. Is that the sailor? Oh no, it's human.
Get off us, you fool!
A human.
You'll have us all over the edge!
Frumple! No!
No! Not Dr. Frumple. Not Fun Sponge Frumple. Oh, am I going to have to wear black tomorrow in memory? He's a hippo. He'll bounce. Come on. Cut to him being in a hospital. No! Don't tell me
Well
that's his
then, Culver,
funeral
can I offer you
wear.
a cup of tea before you go?
Most kind, sir. Most kind. I say, lovely service, wasn't it? Dr. Frumple would have enjoyed it, I think.
Indeed so,
He
indeed
didn't
so.
enjoy anything.
Reverend Peabody gave a most moving sermon.
He enjoyed
All of
nothing.
it quick, to my mind. But I suppose they know what they're doing.
Indeed, the impetuousness of youth, I suppose.
Serves 400.
Winslet and Constance looked very happy in
No.
any case, and Miss Clutterbuck was overjoyed that she caught the bouquet.
Shame old
Hang
Frumple
on.
couldn't be there. Have you seen him today?
Not yet. They say he should be out of hospital in a day or so. I think his demands for tea are starting to test the patient and the nurses, truth be told.
He still has no idea how he managed to get back onto the beach after his fall.
None at all. I suspect we'll never know.
I was fooled. I was fooled. Hooray! Says Asda, yes. Oh, it's the... Now we know how. Thank you, Mr. Octopus. Love you.
Well, anyway, how goes the case? Still no sign of the fellow who was impersonating Spode?
And yes, indeed.
Not
that
a
was
trace of it. Nor this creature you claim to have seen. He almost
Oh,
certainly
yes.
died in the fall.
Yes,
And
there
Miss
was that.
Price?
Oh, she's being most helpful. I've got a full confession. Honestly, I think she was just happy that somebody was paying attention to her for once. She'll be charged as an accessory to Gilfrey's murder.
Well then, I suppose that just about wraps everything up.
Well, there is just one thing. Price had these notes on her, and this weird-looking skull. The boys at the yard don't know what to do with them, so I rather thought you might want to keep them.
Oh, Inspector Culver, I most assuredly do.
Do you think you'll go public with all this? Tell people what you know?
That will require some thought. Spode believed our whole society would collapse if people knew the truth, but, you know, I rather suspect we'll continue to muddle on just fine.
Well, let me know if you do decide to tell the world. I rather think I might just take a holiday that week.
Most wise, Inspector. Well now, how about that cup of tea?
Oh, yes. Very kind.
And this time I'll be sure to put the milk in first, just the way Frumple likes it.
No. Not having that. And that is Lord Winklebottom Investigates. Hooray! Bonkers. What have we just done? Oh dear. Lord Winklebottom does it again in the London Times. Daily News, Gilfrey murder cracked by Winklebottom. A London Bugle, Winklebottom single-handedly solves another murder. Dr. Funsponge wasn't there at all. Is that it? Is that it? We can get any more thing? That was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for joining me for that. I will tell you what I've got coming up for the rest of the week in a second. Hey!
Well, old thing, how are you feeling
Capybara.
now?
Well, not too bad, all things considered. They say it must have cracked me cranium on some rocks when I fell into the water. Doctor says nothing important was damaged, though.
So, just your head then?
Anyway, have the papers picked up on the case? What are they saying about me?
Well, I shouldn't worry yourself about that right now. My immediate concern is what to do about the research we found regarding these humans. Spode, or whoever he really was, seemed to think society would collapse if people found out about them.
I mean, it's a bit of a shock that these fellows ran the place before us, but look, if they were such clever clogs, what happened to them? Can't be that smart if they wiped themselves out.
True.
Gilfrey's research doesn't say. Whatever happened to them, it didn't leave a lot of evidence, just traces really, underground or in deep caves. I suppose somebody must have found books or documents and set about moulding our society along the lines of theirs. It must have taken centuries, though.
Some kind of secret society shaping the world? Sounds like utter bunkum to me. Anyway, what are we going to do about it? We have to tell people, don't we?
You know, Frumple, I rather think we do. We can't keep this secret. If people know the truth, then we can decide for ourselves. There's no reason to follow the path trodden by these long-dead humans. It's our world now, and I believe we have a duty to find our own way in it.
Plus, I'm bound to get a mention in the newspaper if we do.
Indeed so, Frumple. Well, I'm going to go and make a few arrangements, and then, once you're fighting
Just
fit again,
the cat.
we
We
shall
can
have
use
a
the
big
cat.
announcement to make.
Because the cat was a journalist. Lord Winklebottom and Mr. Dumple make a great announcement. Something in Chinese that I can't read. Lord Winklebottom and Mr. Dumple machen eine große Ankündigung. Can't read that. There we go. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. That was a huge amount of fun. Bureau of Animal Control. Interesting. Ooh, New York Daily. Winklebottom to make great announcements.
My, oh my. No. This won't do. This won't do at all.
The years go
Send
up
out
to
the
2023.
word. I want Lord Winklebottom, dead or alive.
Intriguing. Well, there we go.